What is going on, Strange Gang? Welcome back to the channel, All Things Strange. It's your man, Dr. Strange. So, just here, man, putting in some time on a live stream, logging in some hours, as we like to say. You know what I'm saying? So, just chilling right now, man. I'm wait for some people to come through into the chat and into the live stream. Gonna send out some invites real quick, you know. And yeah, man, overall, wanted to come through and talk about VeVe boosting the community. What does that even mean, man? What does that mean? So we got to dig into that as well. So yeah, man, just chill for a second. Throw out some more invites to the VeVe fam. See what everybody's doing. I know it's Sunday. It's like 10 p.m. right now. So we got school activities going on in the mornings. I don't expect there to be a lot of people up, even watching this, much less um, being able to join. But it's all good. We here, we here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, just don't mind me for a second. Just over here, sending out some links, all that good stuff. See who's around, who's around. Man, if you guys didn't see it, make sure you go over to my collectibles channel. Um, he invited me onto one of his live streams a couple of days ago during, not sure what drop it was, what day it was. But yeah, man, had a blast with him. That was fun, you know. Like he pointed out, we're pretty much around the same age, so we're able to chop it up about a lot of things. We have very similar viewpoints on things. So that's always dope, man. It's always good chopping it up with like minded individuals. And sometimes it's good to chop it up with not like minded individuals too, you know, get some different perspectives on things, you know. So yeah, man. Sent out a couple of invites, man. I see it's a couple of y'all in the chat, man, and somebody that I see you, I see you, I see you. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that lives very, very far away from me, but really feels like family, man. Is in the house with us, man. We got the real Hananu in the building.
What is up?
What is
Can,
going
can you
on?
hear me, Doctor?
I can hear you. Yes, man.
How's your Sunday?
Hey, it was good, man. I can't complain. I can't complain. I got somebody else joining us. Man,
Let me get here. I gotta move
this
you.
is
I'm
wild.
looking up.
Yeah, I see you. So you got the new setup popping, right?
Yeah, the problem is I've got this big screen TV in my face, so it blocks the light.
Mm.
Here we go. Got you. Okay. I can't stay too long because we're actually gonna go live in about an hour. So I was setting up and I saw your link and I said, "Oh, I'm gonna jump on."
I appreciate it, man. I had a feeling you guys would. Sometimes I get the vibe to go on like usually an hour from now, and that's when you guys pop on. So I'm like, oh, here's my excuse not to go live. These guys are on, you know what I'm saying? And I always like hanging out with y'all.
Nah,
And
man. Like you
I
go
met
live whenever you go live. It's all good. I think more content going on at once is good for the fam.
absolutely, man. I agree. I agree. I had one of the fam in the waiting room, and then he popped out. I don't know where he went. So I'm just trying to message him.
Oh, maybe I scared him away. Well, like I said, I'm not gonna stay too long, Doc. Um, but I'm here right now.
Exactly, man. I appreciate you, man. Trying to let him know he can keep his cam off if he would like. You know what I'm saying? We got some people camera shy. I'm trying to branch out and get some people who are not necessarily even creators on the channel.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
but they're very knowledgeable.
Get some X users on here. Get some Discord users in here. I've been seeing you. I just seen your posts. In fact, D and I were gonna and chill and show. We're gonna show you out because it's my
Oh
understanding now
man.
that you're getting VeVe to also acknowledge your content, which I think is great, especially for you. You've been here for a while, Doc, and you deserve it.
Oh man. Yeah, I appreciate it. It's kind of why I'm live streaming now. It's like really impromptu. Um, yeah, I have my man Jags fam, aka John G. He's pretty heavy in the Discord. We've been friends for about 2 years now, and he's always telling me to hop in the Discord. It's a new day, and I've heard so many horror stories of people getting banned and all types of
Yeah,
craziness. And there's no type of protocols or rhyme and reason to how people get banned and stuff. So I'm like, I don't know, and I'm not really a fan of Discord, like just aesthetically, you know what I mean? But
yeah, it's
um,
messy.
yeah, but I met this guy right here,
Oh, Eagle
Eagle
Eyes. What's up, Eagle
Eyes.
Eyes?
I met him, and man, him and Swampy, I gotta give so many props to Swampy as well, man. First
Fro
of
speaks
all,
really highly of. I met him at Decon. I think it's kind of a blur, but maybe.
yeah, Swampy was saying he was there. He was definitely at Decon. So you guys probably did, man. You probably did meet. Yeah, he gave me like the grand tour and really showed me around. So I was like, okay, let me give Discord another shot. Just the platform itself.
Yeah,
And he gave me the VV Discord tour, and then like a half an hour ago, he gave me the general Discord tour too. So I'm feeling like a little more confident when I'm in there, and I know what's going on. I can prioritize which channels I really would be more active than other ones, because it's like I'm like in 40. I have like 40 different Discords in there, and I mean I'm not
yeah.
active in any of them, so it's like just trying to find stuff sometimes is like I don't know. It's not easy on the eyes, really.
And it's messy. Like some of the
Right.
discords, like even WebV, there's so much channels that I get lost. And there's like a
Exactly.
notification for you, and in that channel, maybe someone mentioned you. But what if that like whole entire Discord has like 50 channels, right? Uh,
Exactly. That was my problem. I'm like, what? And then while you're somewhere, you'll see a little red thing pop up like new or new mention or
yeah.
whatever. And then I click that and then it takes me. I'm like, oh man, it's too much. It's too much.
Or was it John
But
G that was coming?
yeah, man, he's
John
talking
G,
about,
come
I
up.
don't
Come
know
up,
what he,
man.
yeah,
Let's
stop
go.
playing games, man. Hit that link, bro. Stop playing around. And even if you
Yeah.
want, John, all you got to do is just hit the stop cam. Or I
Here,
think
man.
when you
Yeah,
first
here we go.
join,
Just wear one
there
of
we
these.
go.
We're
That's what I'm
good.
talking. That's all you got to do.
Yeah. It's
Why do
really
you
good for the ring light.
exactly? I got like two or three of them things going, bro. So and I got some vision issues going on as well. So my eyes are really sensitive to light. Man, look who I spoke up. Look who I spoke up,
Hey, what's up, Swampy?
man.
I don't.
Oh,
You probably don't remember me, or maybe I didn't meet you, but I was at Decon. But Decon was a blur.
I heard for a lot of people it was, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. Swampy was telling stories of how he stayed up 24, 48 hours straight and
yeah,
had
man.
like 1 hour sleep or something crazy. So
It's
yeah,
like or
man.
no sleep, but it was fun. You hang out with the fam, right?
Right. It's like, once in a while, once in a lifetime for some, once a year for many. You just gotta go all out, man. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. And when you go, for me, it's kind of like when I met the VV fam. It's like it was so easy. Like we're just talking casually, like we've known each other for years, and that's how it is. That's how it is. It's a beautiful thing.
He
I do
said
remember.
he does. Oh, he's trying to join. All right, so not a problem. I could just send you the link, brother.
Yeah, yeah.
You know
I,
what I'm
I probably
saying?
can stay for like 15 minutes and then I
I
gotta hop off
appreciate
already.
it. I know, I
Um,
know. That's why I'm so appreciative you even hopped in here, man. I was like, I don't know if these guys are going live
Oh man,
tonight.
perfect timing. You got me at the perfect timing. Right now, D is gonna go pick up our daughter at a hotel. So
Okay.
last night we hung out with some friends, and I got kind of trash. So I'm a little hanging today.
See,
But
man, glasses are perfect for the occasion.
it's super appropriate right
It
now.
feels good, don't it? Like,
It
yeah,
sure does, man.
I knew it would.
But no, I'm glad you brought me up, and like I said, we want to shout you out. But like, kind of explain to us what's going on with you with this creators boost.
Oh man, like I was saying, I kind of just hopped into Discord one day, a couple days ago. I haven't even been in there that long, and these guys were onboarding me and everything, and then they were like, "Well, what do you like to collect? What are you into? What do you do?" So I just started telling them because, like, when you're in there and you're tier one, you can't really see a lot of other channels, or you can't really
That's me.
chat in those channels, right? So once they, first of all, like, I need you to go in there into the content creators section, let them know you
Done.
referred me, so I get me some XP points because John G put me onto that. He said, "Well, you said Doc referred you, you get some extra XP." You know what I'm saying?
So D1
So
and only was on it already, and she got me to do it,
okay.
and she did it as well. So you're good to go, my
See,
man.
see, yeah, man, appreciate it. But
You can
yeah, you
thank the
guys,
sis.
but you got to go into the Discord, into that content creator section,
I
and
did.
definitely join us. All right, bet. So perfect. So yeah, man. Man, we got some people in the chat here. We got VeVe Crip. I know about 100 people who died from drinking and drugging. So yeah, you were asking like what happened, right? So basically, when I went in there, I was talking to Swampy and Eagle, and they were saying like it was just good timing, more or less, that I even went in there and was kind of letting them know like just a lot of different things, you know what I mean? From like the fact of like if you look back a year and a half, a year ago, how many content creators there were, and those same people, the majority of them aren't even here for whatever reason. And I
Yeah.
feel like now there's another wave of people who either have been here for a while, but they were like really, really at the bottom, like myself, and then there's just super new people like you and D. Um, and I was like, damn, they may not even know we exist. Like I was bringing up how, even my birthday bash, everybody that I'm affiliated with was welcome to come, but I'm able to communicate with people from other platforms, and they kind of just popped on the scene. And I've been with VeVe since day one. This is literally how I even why and how I started streaming. And
Yeah.
yet I felt like I didn't have any open lines of communication with anyone directly to even let them know I was doing a birthday bash stream. So I'm like, there's a certain level of disconnect I feel that's going on. So other than that, I just pretty much put that out there, and then I got asked a couple of questions which I didn't line up to anything in particular because I was like looking. I even went back to the VV Twitter page and was looking at the like the spotlight they do on like the collector spotlight, and they weren't the same type of questions, so I couldn't tell if he was just asking me just for personal because they had both been getting to know me a little better.
Yeah.
So I just thought it was a general question. He asked me this yesterday, and I answered the questions, and then I I haven't been on Discord all day, and then when I popped in around like 7 o'clock, I just saw all this going on. And well, at first I actually was in there because I was telling them like I had a video with Fro Comey getting into the VeVe and all of that, and I was like, dang, I just got access to be able to post my links in their YouTube section, and I was like, damn, I totally forgot to let people know about that video. And they were like, yo, if it's been more than 24 hours or something like that, you should be able to post again and get points. So I was like, all right, let me
Yeah.
post it in there. So I posted it in there, and then literally like a half an hour later, I saw the post inside of Discord. I was like, oh wow, that's crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, especially for you. Like I said, from my understanding, you've been here for a while, so it's really good to see you get your due, man.
appreciate you, man. I've been here for a while, and I plan on not going anywhere anytime soon.
That's right.
And hopefully we could all get it going together. So, and just all rise up, man. You know what I'm saying? Uplift
I
each other.
100% agree. I 100% agree. I think we, all of us collaborating together, doing stuff like this is healthy for all of us because I think us banding together to do all this content means that we'll have more content stacked. I think it was Joe that said it the other day, where it's like, he sees a lot more content creators creating content or just doing live streams. You remember the good old heydays when it's like you turned on YouTube and like 4 or 5 people were like streaming at once. And I feel
Yeah,
like that's happening. You know
it
what I mean?
is. It is.
It's
I'm
happening.
especially like during the drops now. I'm sitting here torn between VeVe Arcade and
An informant.
Informant, right?
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
definitely giving me those old school vibes like that, man. Let me welcome my man
Ooh.
Swampy to the stage. What's going on, brother?
What's up, Swampy?
Yeah, hey, thanks for having me. I can't figure out how to get my camera horizontal,
Yeah, see you over there. You just had it. You had it good right there. This
but did it turn for you guys?
You want
doesn't
landscapes,
turn
right?
for us. Right.
No.
Yeah, landscape, right. It's not working though. To me, I look sideways, upside down now. You know
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're a bit sideways.
Now you're sideways. Yep.
Yeah.
And
Now
now
you look
you're
really skinny.
We'll just leave it. We'll just
Right.
leave it. Just
your
like
portrait
that.
is skinny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
going on, man?
It's going good. It's going good. Thanks for having me up here. Hang out
Absolutely.
with you guys.
Absolutely. So you're logging in through your phone and not your computer, right?
Yeah, I'm on my phone. I was about to try to get on my computer because I didn't know if you could get on the.
You
mobile
could,
phone.
man. You could. And if you do that, then you could log into your Discord. I could share screen. You could take us on tours. We could do a lot of cool stuff, man. Once we get it really going, then like you'll be able to show me, because like this is like the ultimate Discord tour guide right here. So like I didn't want to get into too much advanced stuff too fast, but he was ready to show me how to be able to stream into Discord and do all types of stuff.
Cool.
So I'm like, man, I think now is the time to really dive into Discord, and it's a lot going on, man. A lot of new features, all that.
Right. Let me see if I can do that. Get that going.
Love the glasses, Sinanu.
Yeah, I'm repping the merch here. This came right off of was it Dan's hands?
Ooh,
yeah, he gave this to me.
Damn. Those are official VeVe glasses, huh? Wow.
All right.
Okay, so we got Swampy.
He's probably coming back with his PC, right?
Yep.
There we go.
I know you got a jet in like 2 minutes.
Let's see. Yeah, I gotta be out of here before 4:30. Yeah, pretty soon. No worries.
Okay.
Like I said, just came to support you and check you guys out.
Appreciate you, man. Yeah, I'm gonna be hopping off at 11 and joining you guys in the live chat, like always.
Appreciate that, man. But like I said, if you run over, it's not a problem either.
No doubt. I came on and said, man, I don't even know if I have an hour of stuff to talk about, but I'm gonna, stop.
I feel the same. I did a solo by myself, and like when I ran out of things to talk about, I was like, oh crap. And then luckily all of a sudden Biggest Bro showed up. I'm like, oh, perfect.
Exactly. Getting those invites out and people jumping in the chat and commenting helps.
Yeah, I love everyone interacting with each other, especially the community, the people getting to know the community more through all of us. It's good. It's healthy.
Exactly. Eagle Eyes says this isn't a one-time thing. We want to see all of our community succeed, man. And that's
beautiful.
That's been the vibes ever since I got in over there, man. It's just been constant elevation. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, Ronnie?
Ronnie Lato in the house. No, we can't. I can't
hear you, man.
But yeah, man.
Yeah. So what else is new with you, Doc? What's happening with you lately?
Man, what is happening with me? Let me see. I just been working on more merch. Honestly. Let me see. See if you guys want to take a look. Might be some things you might like in there, and I don't know. Like really might like.
Well, I'm definitely gonna have to pick up another one of them hats, but I'm glad I have like the one hat that no one does have.
Nobody. I don't even have it.
You don't even have
punch. It. Yeah. Beat me to the punch, man. I changed the design so fast and then didn't even realize. I said, "Oh man, I didn't even get one."
Okay, I see. So they design it for you,
Oh
and
no,
then
no,
like,
no!
oh
I
no, no,
designed it
you
all.
design it, or I'm sorry, they just distribute it for you is what I'm trying to
Yeah,
say.
they
They're the
fulfill the
distributor.
order. Yeah, they do all the manufacturing, shipping, all that good stuff.
Nice. Can you guys hear me now? Or
Loud and
Yeah,
clear.
perfect.
nice, nice. All right. Yeah, and I do agree. I love those glasses. So those
Yeah,
are
those
nice
are hot.
glasses, old
Oh
school.
yeah, perfect for
Yeah.
Hawaii.
Yeah. It
Exactly.
reminds me of the ones I got for free when I was a kid, for the Dare Club in school. You get the Dare
Yeah, that's
glasses, the
it.
free ones.
They
You know
got
what
like
I'm
Wow.
that
saying?
'90s vibe,
Right. The two
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
tone, you know, where this part would be one color and then the sides would be white or something.
or like a
Right,
Trapper
right, right.
Keeper blend or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
basic, the basic, just
yeah,
classic ones.
exactly, man. So what's going on, Swampy? Appreciate
Not
you
too
joining me,
much.
man.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thanks. I'm glad you guys are hanging out in the Discord with us, and it's not like I said before, it's not like it's my Discord. It's not my Discord. I'm just there, part of the community, just trying to help itself, basically. And so yeah, we definitely trying to do everything we can to plug you guys in the community as much as we can. And you don't really see that, but we are plugging Twitter, YouTube videos in there in the Discord all the time. And sometimes people have uh, maybe some questions, and sometimes we do shoot them to a YouTube or video. You know,
you.
like so it's really helpful, and we're actually trying to make some videos ourselves as well, just for uh new users to Discord, people that haven't used Discord before. It's kind of a it's kind of difficult to get used to at first when you never used a social platform like that. But it
Right.
provides a lot. It provides a lot for the community, a lot of integration, and there's a lot of clubs in there. Fan zone clubs for arts, comic, Disney, comics. We've got vehicles, sports. So there's a little something in it for everybody in there. And I think like the best part of it really is, just what VeVe has created, which is like an atmosphere, an opportunity really for collectors from all different collecting spectrums to literally be plugged into one, into under one umbrella, really, to talk about collecting in general. Where certain collectors, comic book collectors might really only do the comic convention stuff, or really only focus their time and energy in comics, are now kind of being exposed. Like myself, I came in here for the comics, and now I'm really kind of exposed to other things and artists, and even artists that I just didn't know I collected, like Frank Kozik's Offspring covers. Me and my wife have all the Offspring covers. We we just never thought about the artist for that, you know what I mean, and who that artist is and what else they do. And so yeah, it's just open a lot. It's nice to have a space like that. That's always there. And but yeah, I'm glad you guys are having fun in there. So
So if I was like a new user that either never entered VeVe's Discord or maybe entered it and left and never came back, what would be a good selling point for me to return or show up for the first time?
that's a really good question. I when I came in 2021 August into my VeVe journey and adventure, um and came into that Discord. The live shows were there, the drop show was always there. um I was within my first maybe 2 weeks. I went up on the drop show stage, asked some very important questions. I got the answers I was looking for. And it it definitely is a lot better. It's a lot different, in my opinion. I think that really, I know just from experience, because I came in as a community member early on. It was some crazy times. Of course, at the height of the market, there was a lot of, there's a lot of things going on, a lot of things to talk about, and deal with. But then coming into just them kind of bringing me into being a clubhouse mod, which was just, just a community member with the ability to, do like maybe server mute somebody, or something like that. But I was still doing what I did. And once I kind of got in there, you know, there's a lot of room, to do a lot more things for sure. And the team since then has changed a lot. It's changed a lot, and we totally restructured. And a lot of people don't see that. They don't see that what we're
Right.
doing on the back end. They just see me sitting in a voice channel all day, and probably think I'm just twiddling my thumbs in there. But the mod team is literally working nonstop to, provide as much enjoyment and support that we possibly can provide. You know what I mean? Like, we want people to be here. We want people to engage with itself. You know what I mean? Like, so we do provide activities. There's a lot more coming. Everything that we do has to kind of get approved to do prior to really putting it out there. So a lot of times you don't really see, what's going on. But I will say everything's changed. The structure of of just the rules, how things are handled. I would say that once we restructure everything, and really just looked at the feedback of the community, and looked at the experiences that we were having, with the community, between the community and us, and things like that. Just really listening to that and doing a lot. Eagle really just steerheading the, just everything with just amazing insight. And and it's really just a joint effort, though. He'll tell you, like, he listens to us, and which is great, because we have, I feel like I'm doing something. You know what I mean? I'm just not here just watching channels. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not here to just is my camera messing up?
A
Yeah,
little
it's doing
bit.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, let
Yeah.
me see.
In fact, guys, I gotta run, but I'm really glad that he just said that, because I think a lot of the community should know that the Discord has changed, and I think you're
Exactly.
providing a service right now, Doctor. That I hope this interview gets put out to the public so they can actually see Swampy pretty much explain what's going on. That's why I asked the question. I just want to make sure that whoever's watching this right now, the community, they know that things are different now.
Exactly, man. That's what I told them. I said, man, I gotta go live. Not only because they put this whole thing together with the spotlight on me and all of that, but I was saying it even yesterday. I was like, man, it's like a new day, and I've
It's
heard
good.
some pretty crazy stories in the past about the Discord, and you know, once I found out, it's been some personnel changes. It's been a lot more regulations and rules put in place. There's actual steps to things and procedures. Um,
Definitely.
I just realized, like, man, there's probably some people who have no idea what's going on. It's a new day,
Right.
so
Yeah. But
Right. So
wait, so
once we
I got to run, guys.
I
I
know
got
you
to
got a
run.
jet, man.
But
Thank you,
Swampy,
Jax,
thanks a lot for explaining that to everybody. Doctor, thanks for having me on, and
my man.
I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Yes, sir. I'll see you
see you,
in a
man.
bit
Take
on
care.
your
Be safe
stream.
out there.
Yes, sir.
Aloha.
Peace. So yeah, man. Yeah, I wanted to kind of
Let me just finish what I was saying earlier before my camera was going
absolutely.
berserko.
Yes, yes.
Is that, yeah, we changed it structurally. We did a lot of things. The whole thing's been overhauled. The whole entire Discord's been overhauled. The way we do what we do, and I would say that it's very sharp to the team. Like, really just works together, and we're making a difference. You know what I mean? Like I said, we're not just sitting there watching channels. We're trying to make a difference constantly, and push that change, and push that, that more engagement, and just supporting each other as much as we possibly can. Um, so yeah, and also I would say too, they've gone back. They've they, you know, before we made all those changes, they've gone back, which they took a long time doing, going back to all the people that had been removed from Discord in the past that,
Right.
weren't maybe, handled or documented in a way that, would, really show us that that was a fair call at that point. So we couldn't really determine that. Then those people, are definitely, welcome to come back. You know what I mean? Just come back and check us out and see that it's changed. And um and there isn't like any kind of a notification, I will say too, that like goes out,
Right.
to tell someone you've been unbanned. So that I'm just, just to let you know on that. Just and now you'll there's just kind of something in place where you really know what's going on when it happens, and there's a process involved, and before you're quickly removed. And I'm sorry to talk about that. That's like the downside of things, because to be
Right.
honest with you, we're not here to be police. I'm not. That's not really. We're here to entertain and support each other and do what we can for our community.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not. I mean, that's like really second and taking the back seat. Like when I have to do something like that, I don't. Nobody wants to do that, but we want to keep. We want to keep the atmosphere, welcoming and inclusive, and so.
Got you. Man, I had a guest in the waiting room, but I don't know where he went. Hopefully he
No,
comes back. Someone VeVe fam would definitely like to see. But yeah, man, it's definitely something that I feel like I should make people aware of, because like you said, if they were banned at some point and then things have been lifted, they definitely would like to know that. But I think more important to that than that is them saying, "Okay, I'm unbanned, but what's the big deal about that if it's the same people there?" The bigger thing is understanding like it's different now. But before we go any further, I have a special guest in the building.
all
I hope
right.
he's ready. I hope he's ready to come on. He looks ready. He looks ready. He has his game face on. Ladies and gentlemen, we got my man, my collectibles in the house. What's going on, MC?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Fantastic, brother. How you doing? How you doing?
Good. I just caught. I didn't know you were live, and then I just got home from doing stuff, and I was like, oh my god, I saw the link too. Sorry, a second ago I got disconnected, so I popped back in.
Okay, the wind must have blown the wrong direction over there.
Yeah, I
Don't know
saw
how you-
Hidano was in here a minute ago too, right?
Yes. He's about to go on live 11 p.m. I'm gonna hop on over there. Gotta support the stream, and yeah, I
No
just wanted to
doubt.
come on for a quick little hour and
Yeah.
get my time in, and also try to raise some awareness to what's going on, man. So, what do you think about everything that what's going on right now, MC? What you think?
With the boosting?
Yes. What are your thoughts?
Man, I saw that because you shared that like your graphic. I think that's amazing. I think that's awesome. So, big shout out to VeVe for doing that. That is it's another step like to especially to get people some exposure who may not have been seen yet by people, right? Who like have great content, who if they would have joined and made content in the height of the bull run, they would have had like tons of like eyes on them. And they're just giving out like great, info and just creative new videos and stuff to just add to the whole flavor of the community and to get some more eyes on them through Discord. I mean, that's amazing. Like, so I saw that. So Doctor Strange, I saw your, your graphic and I commented about, I was like, no doubt this is so cool. Anything like that I love. So big shout out to you guys.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
I gotta
That's what you were talking
specifically,
about.
yeah, I gotta specifically shout out the VeVe Discord mods, man.
Yeah.
And that specific team, because there's a lot going on that they're doing on their own that not that VeVe doesn't know about it, but they're not really spearheading it. And like I definitely want to allow Swampy to elaborate more on what the perks are involved with going to my video on Avengers and clicking the like button,
Yeah.
leaving a nice comment and your Discord name. What do they get for that, Swampy? Your camera just flipped out again. Hope you get
Rugged!
you know what I'm saying?
Oh no.
Oh no. I don't
We
know if
can
you
hold
got
it down. I
You
watched
know
it.
that.
I went there. I would have done the same thing anyway, but that was cool. Yeah, I saw the little thing. I went there, clicked the like. Have you noticed an uptick in the views too from that?
Absolutely. Uptick in
Great.
subscribers.
Nice.
Yeah, you know, their Eagle was sitting there shocked. He's like, "What? You're not at 1K yet?" I'm like, "Nope." He's like,
Yeah,
"Oh man."
You're over 600 and something now. I saw the I
Right.
saw that today. I'm like, yeah, you're once you like it's so important for people that are watching. Like once you get to the 1,000 mark, you already have the view hours, I would assume.
I
But then you
don't.
can do all sorts well, you've
I
got to be
don't.
like super close, right? So
No, I'm nowhere close because this is the thing. You need 4,000 watch time hours,
yeah.
and my content is 20 minutes tops at a clip,
Yeah.
and it's been getting shorter and shorter.
Sure.
So yeah, I might have 200 plus videos, but they're
Yeah.
all 15 minutes.
For sure.
So that's why it's like I see them basically saying, okay, because they changed it from 1K subscribers, 4K watch time hours to be monetized to 500 subscribers, but you still need 4K. So that's basically saying, and then if they suppress long form content in favor of short form content, you're basically pigeonholing me into saying you need to live stream. That's basically what
Well, is it the amount of so I'm still learning about it too, right? Like we've been sometimes I just blindly make the vids. But is it like the amount of like the what like so the amount of hours I never understood it as you needed this many hours of your own content, like 4,000, whatever. I thought it was the amount of hours that people watched you.
Yes,
So like if
that's what I
somebody
mean.
watched, so you should be getting pretty close. Like if you you know, if even if you're getting like 300-400 views a vid times the time on the vid,
But I'm
you know,
not.
yeah.
My vids are like 100, maybe
Yeah.
130,
Yeah.
under 100. So
Yeah.
then it's
That's going to change very shortly. I love it though. We had this good conversation the other day, you know?
Oh man, I started off the stream. I was talking about it in the beginning of the stream, actually, like what a good time I had, and I was like, you know, we're close in age, so similar experiences and exposure to brands and stuff at the same time, and toys and all this good stuff, man.
I know.
When I look in your background, it's like I'm almost like in a toy store right there alone. I can't imagine like if I would have ever gotten to go to your physical store, forget it.
Well,
I'll
some of the stuff is from the shop. Like I just kept some of the shelves and the Lego cases and other things, you know, like, and I still have a bunch of them. I was selling like a lot of that stuff, you know, because you sell like display cases and things, right?
Yes.
And I was selling them all, and but I kept a bunch, and I have more around here, right? So it's a good environment. It's fun. But yeah, Swampy, good to meet you.
Yeah, you too. Sorry, I don't know what's over the camera. You know, I need to get a new one, I guess.
Same thing happened to me. I went to join in and I lost connection like my own. But I'm in Canada, so like I always joke, in any second the entire country's internet goes down. And when and when our basketball team beat the US there last night, we all kind of jumped up and down a little bit here.
Nice.
Might have broke the internet up there.
Canada's nice too. I've been to Canada. I went to Nova Scotia, and I did go into the CN Tower.
Cool.
I was terrified, but you know.
Yeah, I'm on the West Coast, right? So anytime you want to come up, we got a big VeVe fam up here.
Nice.
Which is nice. Yeah.
All right, cool.
It's what it's about, man. Connecting the fam together. I was in the Discord earlier talking to people I've never met before, and we're talking about New York Comic-Con. And you know, if I do go, I actually just got an email from them about an hour or two ago saying some tickets were still available. This is after getting an email from them like a month ago saying it was sold out. All of a sudden, they sent me an email and say tickets are available. So when I clicked on the details, it said tickets were available Thursday and Sunday.
Sunday, yeah.
So the guy I was speaking to in Discord was saying that what he was looking at was showing prices of like $130 or something, but mine was still showing like 73 and change. But I don't see myself going at this point, so it'll probably be just me hanging out in Manhattan and maybe attending some parties or something like that. I'm not really like a party goer too much nowadays. I just do a show if something like that pops up.
You're not
But
clubbing, like
yeah, nah. My clubbing days are over, man. Either I'm on the stage performing or that's it. You know what I'm saying? I might grab a drink and I'm gone, man. I don't do the whole, especially in New York, man. It's a little wild right now. But yeah, man, I'm
nightlife.
looking forward to it. Yeah, that nightlife is crazy, man.
I mean, VV parties. I mean, we party hard, but it's not like that crank. Like,
Right,
like it's
right.
just everybody to get like just people like us all in the same place,
Yeah,
just having a good time. And it sounds like you're ready for the karaoke stage at the VV party already, man. See?
yeah, I'm ready, man. I'm ready. You know,
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Should be
reminds
fun.
me too. There's an open mic night on VV official Discord on the 23rd of this month.
hmm,
So
interesting.
For
bring your
singing.
talent. Well, whatever. I mean, you want to share
Oh,
something on the
well,
mic,
What you
stand-up
got?
routines.
you
Oh
know,
yes.
poetry, or
Poetry, yeah.
whatever,
Bro,
whatever.
call
Maybe you want to
me.
stream some kind of, maybe you got some kind of talent or something you want to show.
Right,
Maybe we could do that too,
right,
That's
right.
awesome. How's it going on the Discord for you? Like, you guys are putting in a ton of work, especially in the last like couple of months. I've noticed a lot of even I know you guys were talking about it, right? With the boosting now and just a whole just with the general community, the sweepstakes. I mean, all sorts of like really fun stuff is going on. I didn't spend a ton of time in the Discord before because I'm in like, 4 or 5. I'm trying to manage my own, right?
Right.
right.
But now that I'm like I'm in the VV Discord a lot more. I usually watch, like I usually just like watch especially on a drop day. It's so fun to watch like everyone's comments and but yeah, you guys are putting in a ton of work, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So just to go back to the
Yeah.
video, spotlight for the XP. So yeah, you definitely want to just go to the Discord and then go to the Discord announcements. You'll see this video posted there and the instructions. You go in that video that we
Yeah.
posted, post a comment, you'll get 1,000 VXP and then a chance to get 2,000 coins. And the coins are basically used to you can redeem that for prizes, physical prizes,
Yeah.
things that were donated by the community or the mods. Could be a slabbed comic. It could be a graded baseball card. It could be a collectible by Frank Kozik.
Yeah.
And so it just gives people the opportunity to exchange their experience, their time with the community for physical prizes and things like that that kind of relate to what's going on. And that's all community based. Like I said, the only thing that VeVe is sponsoring right now is the weekly sweepstakes,
Mm-hmm.
and all the other prizes, giveaways, and things like that are all right out of our pockets. Um, so, but that's been going on for a really long time. As in the past, we were all able to kind of transfer things, and give out things and stuff like that. And once we were not able to do that, once the community wasn't able to do that and donate those things, that's when we quickly kind of came up with physical prizes and started doing shipping to people's houses and stuff. And that kind of does cost some some money when you're shipping to people globally. You know what I'm saying? So we might shift it over to maybe some gift cards or something just to make that a little bit more accessible to most. Because sometimes, like we just found out that if you send something to somebody else, pay shipping, when they get it, they got to pay money too to receive it. Like, so it's like you're getting something for free, but you got to pay money to get it. And I don't know.
Right,
So we're trying to just kind of fix that.
right.
So yeah, we're just trying to create more ways where your interactability can gain you, some kind of kickback for that for your time.
Mm-hmm.
And but I can't stress enough that, in my opinion, The voice channels are the best. You know what I mean? And I just see the utility there personally, because when you get to know, the community, and you get to know these people, you instantly gain kind of, a sense, and this is just me repeating what other community members say. This is not me saying that. This is me just kind of repeating that. But, that if I were to travel anywhere in the world right now, you know what I mean? Like, I have you now, when I go to Canada, right? Like,
Yeah,
we just got done talking in a voice chat, right? And
sure.
maybe in a chat channel texting, that might not have really happened, so
Yeah.
something really special kind of happens there. People helping each other out, people lending their expertise and their skill all the time, providing their point of view all the time,
Mm.
so yeah, it's been a really special experience being a part of that. Yeah, but anyway, I just
So nah, it's all good, man. That's exactly the info I was hoping you was gonna give us and break down real quick. I got to add to the stage my brother Jags family.
welcome.
What's going on?
What's up, my collectibles? What's up,
How you
Doc?
doing?
Good, man. What's up, Strange Gang?
Finally made it, man. See, the key is
How's everybody doing tonight?
brother. We good, man. The key is the shades. That's
Yeah.
can't see me, baby. You know what I'm saying? So good, man. So yeah, man. Another thing I wanted to dive into, Swampy, was I know we went over like what they get for participating in liking the video, commenting, and leaving their Discord name, but their actual experience when they hop in the Discord. So they could still win the 2000 arcade VeVe arcade coins, even though they're tier 1 on Discord. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, so when somebody first new comes in, you're gonna really get that welcoming experience. We're gonna try to, be there, right there, that with that welcome channel, and only mods and maybe a few of our nicest, most helpful selected members of the community will kind of be in that room to welcome you or help anybody that's new to just using Discord or the app. I mean, sometimes you might have somebody enter and say, hey, I just got done watching Jurassic Park movie and I don't know how to load apps on this. How do I use this app? And they just happen to come in. So for us, we're just really trying. That channel is really designed to welcome and kind of capture and help those people out there. And then you are also kind of greeted with the fan zones, which is like you got the art and anime and comics, Disney. You've got vehicles, so people that are really into cars. What else? There's
Sports.
Thank you. There is
Mhm.
sports, and there's also sports, and there's games for each one of those channels. So if you're into that, those channels are really just if you're into those general, categories, and people that really, are interested highly in those categories and interact, frequently in those channels will kind of move into a club for that channel. So there's actually a club that you don't see right away, but and each one of those fan zone channels has its own kind of like host, lead, that is there to just entertain you, keep you fresh. um, you know they will kind of they're the ones that will give you that club. So for the comic club or our club, there's for comic club you see Flexi Cat, VeVe Magic. If you want to join the Disney club, and you can just ask them if you want to join, or just, maybe somebody will just grab you if you're just talking about it all the time and in there. And
Right, because John G, you've been in the Discord for a while, and I owe everything pretty much that's going on as far as me being in there and linking up with the right mods. Well, not that they were wrong mods, but just linking up with the mods in general. I was like lost. I wouldn't even found you where you were, Swampy, if it wasn't for Jack. So pretty much he has been keeping tabs as far as Discord stuff for the last year or so. And I'd say within the last couple months, he was letting me know, like, oh, I'm in there playing poker. There's all these games going. Like, I didn't even know you could do any of that stuff through Discord. So I was just sitting here lost. Like, what are you talking about? And I don't know what his call to urgency was the other day, but he just like literally, I think if he lived close, he would have came to my house and like physically would have made me like do stuff because he was adamant, like, yo, you need to get in here now. Like,
Trying to break the ground, man.
yeah.
It's awesome.
So tell us about your experience in Discord and what you like, what you've been doing,
Yeah,
what
like,
made you
from
want
day one,
to.
like, I just felt welcomed by the mods. Like, they all like bend over backwards and like they help so much. Like, if it wasn't for them, like, I think the place would be like the Wild West. Like, they run it smooth. They're there to help you. Like, Swampy's amazing. Like, every night I'm coming into the voice chats and we're just shooting the shit and just getting to know one of another a lot better. It's a family, man. It
Yeah.
goes beyond VeVe itself. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
They're great.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely put Swampy to the test last night. Hey, Swampy, was that or was it the night before?
Yeah, it was like, I don't know, it was like 5 hours of just talking about everything.
Oh no, not even that. That was a test. That was a level 1 test. But don't tell me you forgot about the level.
I
2.
felt like I was talking your ear off, and
Nah.
I felt like I needed to pay you for your time. You know what I mean? Like,
Nah.
I'm just.
No, but the level 2 test was, guys, I was bored. I was like making content, trying to think of stuff and making all types of stuff, right? Actually, I was working on the new merch that you see in the store right now. But it was like 3:30 a.m. Eastern Pacific time. I was like, let me go back in the Discord and see if I can get any more XP, like make any new comments. Like, I don't know what's going on. So I'm testing the waters. And then I saw he was still in the same chat that we were in. But when I went in there, it was like dead silent because he's in there by himself, obviously. So I'm like, all right. So I just start talking. I'm like, all right, nobody's saying anything. I'm thinking he's like dead asleep and just has his, phone. So I like start playing Lensman songs and my music just like out loud. I just had like the microphone on the phone and I guess it was picking it up. And then he came on. He's like, what you doing? Listening to some music? I'm like, oh yeah. I'm like, yeah, man. So we just started chopping it up some more. It was like 3 a.m. And yeah, I felt like I should have been paying you for your time at that point. So I'm like, man, this guy's like an on-call therapist. You know what I'm saying? If I need to talk about anything, he's there.
Yep. Yeah, we're there. I'm there a lot. Yeah. I'm there a lot.
That's cool. I'm just getting really up to speed on everything that's going on Discord. I think it's awesome. I'm going to start telling everybody about it more because I mostly just go in there and look for info and then share some stuff and chat. But I see the voice channels there. I haven't really joined those. That's awesome to know there's people in there like talking all the time because I usually go over like, say, X, like Twitter, and listen to a space or something because I'm always at my computer working. But it'd be so cool. Like then you got to join the stage and you kind of have to like really commit if you're going to go there. But if you have like a channel open where there's like people in there just chatting and just having that's really good to know. I didn't actually know that was like super active because I love that kind of thing because then you can kind of come in and out. If you enter a live stream like this, I mean, you're kind of committed, right? Yeah. And if you're on Twitter Space, you go up to the stage. You don't want to just sit there. And so I also it's cool to have that kind of like on Discord, have that ability to like talk to community members who are just talking VeVe. And other stuff, right? Because sometimes you join those X spaces and like they're just talking about other stuff, like just which is cool. I mean, obviously, but sometimes there's stuff that's like has nothing to do with what you want to talk about that day. So
that's exactly why I forget who I DM'd. It might have been Swampy, it might have been Eagle, but I was like, one of the first people I need to get in here is my collectibles. And they're like, nah, I talk to him all the time. He's here, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, but he's not here. Like, we just started this content creator section. We got different voice chats that seem to be popping up like every day is something new going on. I'm like, I don't know if he knows everything going on. So like literally I called VeVe Arcade the other day. Me and him was talking, but he ended up needing to take another call. So I haven't even gotten to tell him what's going on, you know, and like I just keep saying, I'm trying to bridge that gap the same way as John G did for me. And you know, all you guys have shown me a lot of love on your channels. So I just see the opening for me to play a part. And that's just what I'm trying to do, man. I definitely didn't expect to be highlighted in anything, especially so soon. But
Awesome.
yeah, it's
Yeah, but you
amazing.
know, you have to think though, the Discord is it's for the community, it's by the community. Like we, you know, like we're trying to get people here so that we can build around that and create whatever is needed for that, you know, that part of the community to do what it wants to do and, you know, engage in it so and the way that it wants to engage. But as far as the content creator thing, it's important to us, you know, to blast that. And there's more coming to that too. Just Twitter space, you know, we're probably going to start doing a boosting our, you know, just general community, and kind of just saying, hey, you know, like here's a post by so and so, you know, retweet it, you know, like it, you know, put it out there, like just to, you know, just to get people out there, known collectors in the community. And just as far as you guys too, I know you guys have an important schedule. You're all over the place, but we also just implemented a community stage. I'm not sure if you noticed Emoji hosting a video game tournament there not too long ago. And you know what we're doing is we are looking to kind of, you know, set a stage there for the community and content creators like yourselves to do something there monthly, hopefully. So I'm really trying to find, you know, content creators that, you know, want to plug into that community stage once a month or, you know, however frequently you want to. But, you know, it's not, there's no expectation or anything, but, you know, we are looking to get like, you know, a good 8 people that want to do that. And then, you know, possibly throw something at them for that, for their time
Right.
too. So, you know, that's why I was talking to Dr. Strange here. You know, I mean, he's got a lot of videos and things he's working on, you know, and even if it were just Doctor Strange, you know, he's making a YouTube, he's going to make a video already, right? Well,
Right.
if he came into the stage and, you know, shared on the screen the video instead of the audio, hearing the audio, maybe you're talking about, you know, your
What
video
right.
when you post it or whatever it may be, whatever works out to kind of bring that to that stage there on the VV officials Discord stage. You know what I mean? And then I think we can just do more. I think we want to do a lot of as much rewarding as we possibly can for community engagement. That's
And
what it's all
see
about.
and see when you said those words to me, the first person that came to mind, yep, that guy right there, because his utility program, you, my collectibles, this guy is something else. I mean, I'm trying to learn as much as I can from him, VeVe Arcade. I can't keep up. You know, by the time I think I'm catching up, they're hitting the nitrous button and going somewhere else. Um, my collectibles, can you please tell us about the new drop heads utility program coming out? I know it's kind of secretive. I know it's the cat, you know, not everything, all the details out the bag yet. I'm trying to get some alpha, man. I'm trying to get some alpha.
Well, I can't say anything just yet, but I have a third collection that's 3D. Like that's you know, because I did the PFP style ones.
Right.
Because I wanted to learn, right, how to make an NFT, right? Like so,
Man.
and so we've had fun with that. It's been great. Thanks for asking. I haven't released the details because I'm still putting that together. But I have a third collection that for holders of the first two, there's going to be some fun ways to get one for free and all that. And I'm not selling them like at big prices. They're mostly going to be given away to members who own them already. And but I wanted to make one that was like usable in like 3D environment, you know, so So I'm working on it right now, and I'm going to release all the info soon.
You see me scouring your page, right?
Yeah, they're just there. They're the like, you know, I call them the drop heads, and I give them out for free when people join my channel, and then we have other fun stuff, and I, you know, like what you guys are doing with the rewards and giveaways. Believe me, I know all about the shipping because the comic books and Omi's in there. So it's really fun, and I've learned a lot about trying to like have a fun kind of rewards program for like people who are kind of like members, right? Like who are like members like that, how to manage a community just at a smaller level. Obviously VeVe's community and the VeVe Discord is ginormous, right?
Yeah.
But it's kind of like there's a lot to learn there. It's a lot of fun. So I have a third collection, and I'm just trying to be creative in the space. As my job as a graphic designer, I'm trying to like instead of working on other people's stuff, I'm working on my own stuff and then having fun with people and trying to like, you know, learn more about the NFT space. So these projects are helping me figure out like, you know, what we're buying, like, you know, how they work in the background. So now my next goal was to do a 3-dimensional one that like spins around that you could drop in like a spatial environment or something like that. Like I really wanted to learn how to do that just for my own, you know, knowledge, and then to take it to the next level so I'm in the middle of finalizing that stuff. I put some teasers out there, but don't worry, Dr. Strange. You'll find out soon. And you're already a member, so with the previous ones, right? And it's all just fun. Like I just find it all just super fun, and it's if you're creative, like, and you have any kind of creative bone in your body, even if you don't, there's so many different ways you can like get in and like, I know we're buying these things, but creating them, like the digital collectibles, if you can create your own, and who knows what the future lies, right? Like it's so, you know, I wanted to be more than just a collector of it. You know, I can't make physical toys. Like to make an action figure in the real world, like, you know, like to make something like this, I mean, it's just, there's so many barriers to that, you know, like just from like, you know, production to like cost to just everything. 3D printing helped a lot with that in the recent years. You know, people could do things, but the digital side of things, I mean, you can really go, there's a lot of tools out there for people who don't have even the artistic skills, but they have like it in their mind, but how do you execute it with your hand? You know, there's a lot of tools that can help. So I've been trying to like explore those, and then I'm going to share my experience with people. And, you know, especially with the first NFTs I created, just to make some videos about how do you do that, right? So like that was kind of the point, is like I wanted to teach myself and then watch videos of people who are doing it and then write that all down and get that process in, and then say, this is how you guys can do that kind of thing too. And you can see like Superstar Money and those guys have created theirs. And like he said, you know, Arcade, he's an amazing artist.
So this is a video you made already?
No, I'll be making those in the future, like the differences between like this is a little bit down the line a bit though, once I, you know, so then but I don't know, you know what I mean? But I appreciate you bringing it up, but I haven't announced like how they're going to be sent out. But, you know, people who own drop heads will get like a chance to get them for free, like airdropped and things. There'll be fun stuff like that. So it's going to be fun.
Nice.
Fun. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, another person that came to mind obviously was Kid Arcade, VeVe Arcade. Man, you guys are just insane, man. I don't even know what goes into running this stuff. Like, I have no idea how you manage your Discord. It just looks crazy. And then I see all the mint numbers of all the drop heads, and I'm like, does he use a bot to manage all this stuff? Like, are you sitting with a pen and paper writing every number down? Like, I have no idea what goes.
Yeah, I've started small. I've kept it very small because it's just me. And I wanted to keep it kind of small and tight and fun and just manageable. I was on Discord a lot because of like gaming previously, but I'm certainly not a Discord expert in regards to like how they're set up and all the different things that like even the VeVe Discord's doing, like the voice channels and all the like even just like the giveaway stuff and kind of like all of this stuff is a little bit more advanced. So mine's very simple. I just keep it but I also keep the invites very very tight. You know, like really secure, like I'm the only pathway in, just to keep it kind of like, you know, and so it's been small, but That's okay, right? But then you know, I'm also in VeVe's Discord and in like the other projects Discords, and I'm still in my old video game one with my guild members from my online gaming. You know, that's how I really learned Discord, just the basics. So
What game? What game? I gotta know.
oh, I was in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, the mobile game, and Marvel Strike Force, and yeah,
All right.
yeah,
all
on my
right.
phone, the mobile games, you know, and
Alright.
pretty heavy into those from the beginning. And I've kind of stopped playing them a bit now because, like, in the last 6 months, because they're very time consuming and
Yes.
also costly.
Right.
You know,
Yes.
those mobile games, right? But I love
Yeah.
them to death, and I still have my accounts, and I still go in there and chat with my friends in there, and that's why I started my channel. I was sharing video game footage. That's what the channel was like. It's just me sharing game footage of battles. Or like that's why I started the YouTube channel. But I named it after my toy business because I thought maybe I'd do vids about collecting at some point. So I thought ahead. But then when CV came along, I already had the channel, but it was all video game footage.
Mm.
So
Is that still on your
obviously
channel, or
ended
did you
it,
take
right?
it off, or what'd you do?
Yeah, I mean, like I had it on there for a while, but then I eventually I wanted to kind of start clean, so there were just old battles. But there was some historical stuff from my the gaming side of it, you know. So I saved some of those vids, you know, and because they're fun to watch, like 2016, you know, how because
Right.
these games change. But anyway, but we all progress. So yeah, the Discord thing, managing everybody is I've been doing it very slow, like, you know, adding a little bit and a little bit within my control. But it's
But I
great.
mean, like
Yeah,
when you're
it's great that
doing
there's a
when you
team there, the people to help. So
right, because
on
it's like
VeVe.
when you go into one of your channels and it's like, okay, this is for if you have a drop head so you can get Omi.
Yeah,
Like when I go in there, and like I said, I don't go on Discord a lot, so it's like when I do go in there, it's like I'm catching up to whatever the newest post is.
yeah,
So like when I hit the arrow button and it's scrolling down past all these posts, all I see is people putting, you know, one person might own like 8 drop heads, so they're dropping all these numbers, and another person's dropping all these numbers,
yeah.
and then I drop mine. That's the part where I'm sitting there mystified, like, how does he do all of this? And then even with those numbers, like, how I don't know how your system works to where it's like, is someone guaranteed to win? Is it that a number comes up on your side, and then if no one put that number in there, nobody wins? I have no idea how any of that works, but
Yeah.
I just try to participate when I can and cross my fingers. But there's
Yeah.
so many people with like a lot of drop heads that
It's pretty simple. Any of the NFTs that they have their own mint number, like on the
they're
OpenSea.
assigned to that specific
There is,
person.
yeah. So whenever they have a new one or acquire a new one or get a new one for free or whatever, in the appropriate channel, they'll enter it and then I'll be notified. And then I have a master list offline, like, you know, because I have like design software, like, you know, all the Adobe programs and all that kind of stuff and spreadsheets. And so I keep a master tally of like who's going, you know, like, so, you know, there could be 800 sold, and in each one of those, there's a mint number. And then what happens is when I do the reward, I'll do a random number generator because they're all positioned, right?
Right.
So like if someone adds 10, they get the next 10 spots. And it just, the number counts up of how many entries, right? So someone adds 10 more, they'll get spots like 823 to 833, right? That those positions.
Yes.
So then, and the total amount that are entered, I'll do a random generator for the prize. And then whatever position it lands on, that person keeps that spot forever. So then what I do is I go in and double check that they still own that NFT because I have the mint
Right.
number there. So then I can go and I can check OpenSea in case they sold it or
Right.
burned it or whatever. And if they did, you know, that's totally cool and everything. But then I'll just redo afterwards. I'll just take that prize and put it back in the pool and let them know, oh, you don't own that actual NFT
Right.
anymore. So it incentivizes them to just hold them, right, and just keep them. And also it makes it easy for me to track. And then and that's the very I use the Google like random generator just to kind of like pick. So each one of those programs has their own set, and each one of them had each like NFT collection, like with their trait, because they're all searchable.
Right.
I designed them so that you could search them on the OpenSea, so that their traits separable, like I did it the proper way. And so then you can actually then look up if you have the logo that applies for that program, you enter it into that channel. And it's, you know, so I just, and it's just me, they happen like once a week or once every 2 weeks, depending on the program. So I'll focus on on 2 or 3 rewards that week. and I'll
Okay.
put the master list out for everybody to see it on Discord.
Yeah,
so they
I
can
see
see
that.
like this is your position, double check to make sure you have all of your entries, and it's up to them too to keep track of how many they have.
Right.
And so then it just keeps growing and growing and growing, right? So it's not a very it's I'm pretty organized that way. So it's
Right.
now
It's
that the
not-
process is in place. Yeah. The new thing is if I ever switch anything around, then I have to like get everybody to re-enter. So I'm just building upon, and I have a plan. I have like a roadmap that people don't see, that I have the next thing's coming, so I can plan it out in my
Right.
head. Because you're right, it
Yeah.
can get really complicated really quick if you're not
Mhm.
like
organized, and
Yeah.
that roadmap is a big part of it, man. Like it's a big part of it.
But we're just we're just learning. I mean, I've made a few mistakes, right? And but I just want people to be happy and have fun, and maybe win a few things and goof off in the same time. That's what it's really about, right? And
Exactly.
and if anyone buys any of them, I just take that money for the ETH and I just put it back in and buy OMI with it, and then we just send it back out. So it's just kind of like hopefully it's a revolving thing, and I do have costs in there with shipping and stuff. So if people make like tips on YouTube, or if they pay a member fee of like $1 a month on my channel, it's really small, or $3, that money just goes into the rewards. So it's just kind of I'm just growing it and having fun, and I can't believe it's gone as far as it's gone, but see where it goes from here. It's good fun. Sorry, I didn't mean to talk so much about it, you guys.
No,
No problem, man. I love it, man. This is, it's another perk of having guys like you on the channel. Is all I got to do is ask a question and just let you guys go, and the time just flies. I love it. You know what I'm saying? What you don't want is someone that gives you a one-word answer. You know what I'm saying? And then you're like, oh God, what else?
Yeah, I could talk about it a lot, and actually, it's probably really good to at some point get into the voice chats, and like talk about this stuff, because
I'm glad you brought
and then
that
learn
up.
from other people who have done like how they do reward, like what Kobe Collects does over on his channel blows my mind. Like I want the comic, I want a couple comics from him, but what he does with the pack openings and like all the different rewards and and it's just that's like another, like, I don't know how they keep track of, so you try to learn from other people and go, oh, that's an interesting way to do rewards or do.
Doc.
Thank
you for having me, Doc. It was nice meeting you. My collectibles, Swampy. Always awesome talking to you, and I'll talk to you in a bit. I have to go right now. I'm going to come back on for your next live you want to do, Doc. Just let me know when. Hopefully my mind's a little clearer and I'm not as
I already know.
Relax.
Yeah.
That's the
best. All good, man. It's all good.
Good talking to you guys, eh?
Thank you for coming through, brother. I appreciate it.
Cheers, man.
Have a good night.
Cheers.
You too, bro.
Yeah, no, it's fun.
Yeah, man. I mean, I just feel like there's certain people out there that are making content and doing things for the community on their own, the same way as the VeVe Discord team is doing. So I'm like, well, it'd be one thing if everybody's trying to just stay in their own lane, but as soon as I came through the door, it's like these guys were like, hey, what's going on? Like, we're looking for more of you. I'm like, oh, really? Well, I got you. I know everybody that's, and, not for nothing, it's kind of tough being in their position, because unless they get the okay, they really would not be in a position to create posts and say, hey, guys, content creators, we're looking for you. They can't do that. You know what I mean? Out of their own mouth necessarily. It would have to go through the proper channels and all this stuff. So they pretty much know what they're capable of doing, at least right now, to get some things going for us. So that's what they're focusing on. They're not worrying about what they can't do. They're worrying about what they can do. And, I just said, man, it's not like they're looking for the type of content creators that aren't out here. Like, they're already out here. So it's like just a matter of pairing everybody up together, because what they're looking to do with community-based donated collectibles, Discord team donated collectibles and things, it's exactly what you and VeVe Arcade are doing and what I'm trying to do. And I'm like, man, it has to just be a way to get this all in unison. Everybody pushing each other because, like I said, I think there's a hefty VV community on Twitter, and it's apparent to me, especially after seeing the announcement of this. I don't want to say giveaway, but this what would you
Sweepstake.
call it?
It's always, we always call
Sweepstakes.
it sweepstakes. It's
Yes,
not. We can't.
yes,
We're not
Yeah.
calling it
right,
giveaways anymore.
right.
Sweepstakes.
Yes. So even with the VV arcade coins, going to my Avengers video, doing all those instructions, like all of this stuff is just it's amazing. And I know one question is like, well, what can we do with the XP? Well, here's a great answer to that question, because me personally, I like graded comic books. I like PSA graded cards, and that's the
Mhm.
stuff that's in there to get just for now. Imagine, I'm just saying, imagine, just like how we speculate with VV or any VV verse and anything else we speculate. But just imagine that all the work you're putting in now, getting XP and doing all this stuff, what if it somehow translated to being usable on the VV app or something like that?
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, it is the VV official Discord. They can do whatever they want with it. You know what I mean? It's not ours. I mean, I think the good thing is that you do see, VV, uh, VV sponsored, NFT or digital collectible, I should say. That's a bad word. NFT, digital collectible sweepstakes. That is VV sponsored and is plugged into that Discord channel. So, we're constantly trying to come up with as many ways as we can to reward the community. I
Mhm.
feel like when we have that and have this community here, like right now, we're trying to get master collectors to get in. If you're a master collector, you get into the Discord, open a Get Live help chat, and let us know you're a master collector, and there's a room for that. If you're a gold logo holder, there's one for that. There's content creators right now too. And then you got the clubs, and so we're trying to do everything we can to reward the community ourselves, and we're also trying to kind of create maybe some more opportunities that possibly they might want to do more with us. You know what I mean? Like more than just the sweepstakes. Maybe we don't know. We're constantly trying to come up with ideas, pitch what we can, and try to do everything we can around the clock. Really, to be honest with you, you would not understand. You really don't believe like the amount of effort that our team in here, the Discord team, puts together, our time to support as much of the community as we can, to protect as much as of it we can, to we're just doing everything we can for them. And I think there's a lot more to come. I can't really, of course, say everything that is coming to Discord, but me and myself and on my way, and a few other of us, VV Magic and all of us were out there. We do pop into Twitters. We are trying to. We just don't want to come out there in a Twitter space and like step on your toes, because what you guys are doing is really important and it's a great thing. And we don't want to just every time come out there like, leave this show right now and go to, join Discord. I
Right.
mean, that's not. We're trying to support each other, and not we're trying to, uh, dampen anybody's fire out there. So that's why you don't really maybe hear a lot of that, just because we have a lot of respect for everybody out there. Um, on the battlefield, it's a lot of fun, and you guys handle a lot of things for us out there. And so yeah, just want y'all to be aware. There's a lot of things going on. There's more coming that, quite frankly, we don't want anybody to miss out on. We see the fam out there. We want you to be here. We want you to not, when these things come, or if they come, or whatever, whatever's coming, we don't want you to be just coming in the door, at tier one
Mhm.
and or tier two,
Right.
straggling around for
Trying
you know, trying to get into that. You know what I mean? Like you're
Yeah.
gonna want to already kind of be established and maybe.
How do you tier up anyway? Because I'm here too.
Good question.
Yeah, I got to go in a minute because I'm getting the Sunday night movie family night.
Oh,
Ooh,
snap.
okay.
Good
But
stuff.
on
how do you tier up? Yeah, just as a
Thank
Just-
you for asking.
Just genuinely engaging in the community there. That's
nice.
it.
That's
You
it.
know?
That's easy.
You know?
See,
I'm
like,
outta here.
I'm starting to do it more and more.
Well,
You
it
know,
is.
I got to tell you, I was always a bit. You know, there's the community YouTube channel and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I'm like, I don't know. I'm Canadian, okay, and so I say sorry a lot. You know, I don't know what it is. It's in my, and I always kind of felt a little bit like I didn't want to be like shilling and stuff and dropping my vids in there. But then I
Right.
noticed that that's cool to do.
Yeah.
I see the XP that was showing up, and I didn't know really what that was about.
Right.
But I saw other videos that I wanted to watch in there. I was like, there's a link to okay, cool. And I've subscribed to people through seeing their vids there, right?
Right.
And so I've started dropping my vids in there just, you know, every now and again. But I always kind of felt at first before a little bit kind of like, you know, I didn't want to be like self-promoting too much on
Yeah.
the VeVe Discord, you know, because
I
of my
felt the
it's almost
same.
what you said about like going into the Twitter spaces and being all like, but I
Hey.
mean, I've gotten once I actually have to think of it, and you too, Dr. Strange. I mean, we have to think of it differently because when I go in there, I see other people's videos. I want to see other people's videos. So I want a place where I can click and through and go. And so I'm going to assume that, you know, people feel the same way about like whoever drops a video in there. So,
Right.
you know, I've been starting to do it more consistently whenever I come up with the VeVe videos, drop it in there. And I haven't tracked views or anything on it or anything, but I have seen little icons, little emojis, little reactions. But yeah, so I'm getting more comfortable like sharing like
Right.
on
Same
Discord.
here.
Because
Yeah.
you know, for me, I was always kind of like, I'll just post it on YouTube and maybe I'll share it over on Twitter, you know,
Yeah.
and just and so. But now there's another place where I can go and see
Right.
everybody's stuff.
Right.
So anyway, I want to thank you guys for putting that channel in there because I found a lot of people's
Exactly.
vids through there. So it's been a good resource for me. But I got to go because my family's we're watching a movie tonight. I don't know which one, but they picked it. And I've gotten the eyes looking through the office a couple times.
I already know.
All right,
Hey,
man,
real
enjoy
quick
your
before
movie.
you go,
Yeah.
Daniel Marquez said to tell you, no MC, don't be sorry. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
Right.
Also, I say sorry a lot. Nothing wrong with being polite. So just want you to let you know he said that.
Well, I want people to watch like my vids just as a personal thing, but at the same time, I don't want to throw them all in their faces all the time. And
Right.
so it's cool to know that it's a great place you can do that on the Discord, you know, and it's a great resource. So I'm you know, so I should be leveling up pretty soon, I think.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
with
All right.
chatting, you know, in the chats.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. And when you see us in the voice chat, hop in there. You get some XP
Yeah.
that way too. So
That's the best way to get it, actually. So.
Oh, that's great. Okay,
And
great.
I will say
can
the
talk
channel-
all day. I can talk all. You guys don't
That's
know
what I'm saying. It's perfect.
started.
It's perfect.
You'll be kicking me out of there. You'll be like a button, like dude.
Listen, all they
Yeah.
need to do is add emojis to it, and it feels just like Spaces, like you were saying, except
Nice.
you don't feel committed. When you want to say something, it's not a big deal. Like, oh, I have to request, and then I'm on stage, and then it's like you just say what you want to say. Of
Just
course,
free
be
chat.
appropriate. Yeah, you know, keep your comments polite, of course, but keep it real too. I was shocked at how real people are able to keep it over there. That's the thing I think I like.
Can we
You
drop
know,
a few F-bombs in there?
All of that. All of that.
mean,
You know what I'm saying?
I just threw
You
that
know
at
what
you.
I'm
Don't
saying?
worry.
I'm not saying Swampy did. I'm not saying he did. He kept
Swampy
PG-13.
approved. We'll
You
just
know?
No,
flip
no.
it. We'll flip it, and we'll like, hey.
No.
Just kidding.
I
Anyway,
mean,
guys,
you know, it slips.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like when you're in a voice channel, it's live, right? When you're typing, you have to,
Yeah.
you know, you get that chance to look and
Filter.
edit. You're
Right.
right. Your voice, it's a little bit, you know, we try. You know, I mean, we try, and you know, it is what it is. But
Trust me,
Sticking
the
around,
people
but-
appreciate the realness and the authenticity rather than feeling like they're talking to someone that has a manager over their shoulder telling them what to say. You know,
well, we don't. You know, we don't work for VeVe Team for the most part. We're volunteer. You know, I mean,
Exactly.
so so it's
That's cool. I'll
I
see
know
you.
you got to
Thanks
go
for sending me
MC.
yeah, thanks for sending me the link, Dr. Strange. We'll chat again, obviously.
Absolutely.
And if you guys haven't watched when you came on my channel just a couple days ago, I think it's what is it, live stream 171.
Right. Which drop was that? That's what I was struggling on remembering too. I was trying to tell him.
Yeah.
Like, I forget which drop it was.
It was just the last one. The last live stream just that I just had wasn't that, but
right.
Actually that was Sean from, from sorry, Chris from who's the Collector Spotlight. He's from my area, right? We live like an hour away.
Yeah.
So I sent him a link because I wanted to say congrats. He got the Collector Spotlight, right?
Right. And then isn't that weird? And then I go on your channel.
You were on just before that.
Right.
You were on, yeah. And then this happens. Yeah. So there you go. Thanks, Swampy, for all your hard work, man. And I'll chat with you guys soon.
Thank you too. Thanks for your content as well.
Yeah. Cheers.
And then there were two.
Yep. I mean, I can talk your ear off, right?
Right. It's been me and you on a late night anyway, the last couple of nights. So whatever, man. What'd your girl say the other night? What'd your girl say? She said, "Who the hell is playing music through the phone?" Right?
Like she's just kind of used to it. So, like I said a long time ago, and I told you this, they haven't heard this, but back in August 2021 when I started, I really came in here looking to talk to comic book collectors, learn more about comics and grading and stuff like that. But the drop shows were really the only thing that was picking up steam there. Before and after the drop shows, there weren't just like people talking about comics in there. So I just kind of hung out there, for a really long time just doing that. But when I told my girl, right when I started doing that, I asked her around that time, I was like, honey, do you mind if I just leave my phone on speaker in a channel in the middle of the house, blasted? And if I hear somebody, do you mind if I just stop for a minute and, greet these people? And I'm trying to get a community going. And she was totally game for it. She's been super supportive to me this whole process. And she's jumped in and, we do the drops together. It's been actually just, become something for our relationship that's been like just that another piece of thing that we have, we do together, and that we like Marvel, we like Disney, it's just so
that's what I gotta get. I gotta get me a nerdy VeVe chick. You know what I'm saying? That's what I need, man. I need a chick already on the app so she can understand what a brother get his check. A certain percentage of that might go on her own beat. Certain percentage
you gotta
might
go to the maybe you meet somebody at the conventions, man. You gotta go to the conventions, parties.
Yeah, I think that's the key, right? Because the Comic-Con, it was a little too vast. It was like ninja chicks with thongs on, and it was all over the place. I was like, I don't know what you're into, but let me stick over here with Marvel and VeVe.
I wasn't there.
Yeah, it was wild, brother. It was my first one too, so I didn't know what to expect, and it was just like, wow, okay. Some of the outfits, it was a chick dressed up as Catwoman, and she had the real head to toe leather outfit, but she had the real whip. And they gave her like her own little section in the aisle. Like people are still walking by and stuff, but they didn't want to walk by because she's sitting there practicing cracking the whip. Yeah. Yep. Trying to get it to flick. And I caught that on video. I didn't put that on my channel, but I have some crazy footage from inside of Comic-Con last year.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, man. So you were saying earlier, you're not sure if you'll be able to make it to these events coming up. Well, at least like you went to the last DCon, right?
Yeah, I went to Designer Con in California. It's really an awesome time. The party was awesome. Sanjay threw a big party on I think that was Friday night, and then Saturday we had the bowling party, and just got no sleep while I was there. I mean, the VeVe fam is, got a lot of energy, 24/7 VeVe, just I mean, but there was a lot going on at the booth. The booth kept us really, I mean, to be honest with you, if it was outside of Designer Con, the VeVe would have kept us busy all day. It really would have been. Wow. Because in between each event, the VeVe people are kind of mingling and you're meeting everybody. And And that kind of, you know, bridges the gap. There's a lot to talk about. You know, you have a lot in
Yeah.
common. And
Yeah. I mean, another thing with the Discord too was like I met Skeet last year at Comic Con, and then just randomly the other night we were talking, he popped in, and I'm like, man, I just recognized his voice immediately. I wasn't even looking at the phone at first, and I'm like, I just know his voice, his accent, you know. And I look down, I'm like, man, I haven't seen or talked to this guy in so long. So it's really interesting. Um, just like I said, there is a disconnect somewhat between X or Twitter and Discord. I mean, it's very obvious because my videos on average, I see the views. And right now that Avengers one is boosted. And that started way before I put a Twitter post out there. It already, so it's showing me there's a hefty amount of users in the Discord that are not on Twitter. And there's still, you know, some stragglers over here on Twitter. We got to get corralled over to Discord. And I think that whether, you know, I play a part in that happening or not, I think people are going to be forced to come over. And the only question is, how late are you, like you said? Because once it's like I try to explain to people the way marketing and advertising even works is like there's not a lot of companies that you have wind of that you haven't heard of because of an ad or something. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like we're part of a company that we know of, but we didn't find out about them through an ad. So we got to understand once that part of the budget gets turned on, it's the once you turn it on, it's like a faucet you really can't turn off. Like you could try to turn it off, but it's still gonna have a slow drip to it. Once they commit to marketing, the economy's in a different place. All these things, it's no turning back from there because once a certain amount of people are aware, especially with this type of IP, it's just kiss these simpler times goodbye, man. $2 comics, kiss it goodbye.
By the way, I do want to add to that. That the Pink Panther Twitter post, you know, that was pretty nice. I mean, their Twitter, I think I had like 11,000, you know, to it. But if you would have clicked on their Facebook link and their Twitter profile, you'd notice 3 million followers on that, you know, seeing that. So
wow.
that's just, I mean, you know, that's awesome right there. I mean,
Yeah,
just to see that,
absolutely. I
right?
mean,
You know what I mean?
and
Like,
that's a whole nother thing too. Is like I haven't even tapped into the Facebook VeVe groups or anything like that yet. You know, it's just too much. Especially, imagine this is someone's job day to day is to manage someone's portfolio and make sure that they have a presence over here in this chat, that chat. They're tweeting this, they're tweeting that. They're making content. There's a guy over here to edit the videos and the audio and then also make that short form content. Like my job should just be recording the content, you know what I mean, and coming up with the ideas. But it's like, no, I gotta juggle all these different things. One minute I gotta be the social media manager. I gotta be the digital creator, thumbnail guy. Next I gotta figure
right.
out how to do video and all. Like I've accumulated so many skills within 8 months. It's ridiculous. Like I have a whole new resume going right now. I have my professional resume with like my 20-year corporate work history,
Hmm.
you know, and then now there's the digital content creator guy, you know,
Right. It's like
and
your
I'm like, yeah,
alternate identification. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And I mean, most of my life has been like that because, like, with me and my group, especially when we were at our height doing music, New York underground hip hop in the late '90s, it's like you're not even get. First of all, you know we're in Long Island, and that's a good 40 minutes from Manhattan. Most of the shows, New Eureka Cafe, Wetlands, Lyricist Lounge, all these places were in Manhattan. So you're not only driving 45 minutes to somewhere, but you're not leaving till like 11:45 because like or 11 p.m. because it's like you kind of don't want to get there too early and then something happened or you know you're just not right. You want to get there and kind of be ready to get on stage and do your thing. You don't want to get to the spot, be watching a bunch of other acts go first and all of this stuff. So it's like by the time we would get to some of the venues, it's 12:30. You're on stage by 1, killing it. You literally, and if you do these spots every week, perform the same songs, it's usually the same crowd. So it gets to the point where you could just literally just be there and just hold the mic into the crowd and they're just saying your lyrics. They know all your lyrics, whatever is cool. They know the song. Get off stage, get pounds, hugs, yo, you killed it. Cool. You the man, right? Guess what? Here's the problem though. Now it's 2:30. You're halfway drunk. You're exhausted. Still got to drive 40 more minutes, 45 minutes in the dark back to Long Island. Hope you don't get pulled over. Going through all the boroughs, then through Long Island, right? But then you get your little 3 hours sleep. You got to clock into work. You at your desk, punching in 7:30, 8 in the morning, and nobody knows who you are.
Right.
You're like, wait, did I dream that I was on stage and a bunch of people they do my stuff? Like now I'm just a dude in the back. I'm a number. Yep. Like grab this stack of papers and get to your desk. Like, and that's some of the identity crisis you go through. You were bringing up with alter ego. So I'm kind of used to it. I stopped doing music for a while, starting to rev back up now. But like when I went to Comic-Con last year, I was still totally out of music. And my channel's so small to me. And like I'm used to kind of being able to gauge popularity or whatever you want to call it. Like you kind of know when you hot, when you popping, and I haven't been popping. If I'm popping, it's because of music usually. And I've been inactive with that, especially last year around Comic-Con. So I go to Comic-Con, I'm in there, I'm inside of Jacob Javits, chilling. I think we were talking about how expensive the food is earlier, right?
Yeah.
So
$15 hot dogs or something.
Yeah. So I was actually in there with my man Fast Eddie P, and we grabbed some food, some expensive ass food, right? And we're going back down this escalator because like where you buy the food is on one floor, but you can't eat up there. Mm-hmm. Everybody eats on like a little lower level. So we're going down there to eat, and I hear like Dr. Strange. So I'm looking around and I'm like, anytime I would be out in public and hear someone call me by that name, I would know, oh, they know my music stuff.
Right.
So now I'm sitting here like, first of all, it's thousands of people around and I can't even figure out where that came from. I'm looking around like, who knows me, but I don't know them, because I'm used to, if anything, someone saying that name and I know them still, something. Right. And then this guy comes up, emerges out of like 1,000 people, him and his friend, and he's like, yo, what's up, man? I watch your channel all the time. Da-da-da. I'm sitting here like, I forgot I even had a channel, bro. Like I was maybe up to like 20 videos, very small, but at the same time, I had to step back. Like, I've been in this community a long ass time, and I've supported a lot of people, a lot of other channels and stuff. So it's very possible someone knows who I am, but it was like just a weird moment. And even with the music, man, I never got into it to be famous. Back when I started rapping, like there weren't like hip hop wasn't even viewed as a favorable thing yet in society. It was still being called a fad when I was starting. So I never got in it for fame, especially because like I'm a really private person actually. So for me, it's more or less like I want respect from the people in the community and music lovers and lyricist lovers more than having an effect where it's like I go out the house and I can't go to the mall anymore or something like that. And I think that's what really kept me away from wanting to be like super heavy in the industry, especially at certain times in music, kind of dangerous to be a rapper, as they say, you know what I'm saying? But I don't really do that type of music that puts that type of energy in the air, guns, I'm shooting 1 million people, my girls, nah, that's not really the angle I come from. So I don't think that's why I really attract that. But yeah, man.
Nice. I do music too, though. So
exactly,
I know what it is. But
I was shocked, man. You played me that joint. I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that wasn't even you being serious or going hard, but
just
I could see, I could see you had something going on.
Yeah, Doctor Strange came in, caught me jamming on my guitar in there, in the art channel, and we're just hanging out. So, and I did just want to point out too, like that. Like let's say there's a Twitter space. sometimes I'm in there, these huge Twitter spaces, and it seems like the crowd wants it to keep going, but the hosts, they've been on there 3 hours. They need to go pick up their daughter. They need to go, and maybe someone isn't hosting the space right after that. I mean, if they are, great. Let's move to that, right? But um, every time I just keep thinking to myself, I hear some people that do want to keep it going. There's all these voice channels. It's theirs to use here. They could have kept it going,
Wow.
in between these shows, and
Wow.
so
That's a
I don't know,
very
man.
good
We just,
point.
it's just, and we're looking to just have everything in one place, right? Like your videos, the content creators' videos, the posts from VeVe, the articles, everything's all in one place. Assistance, 24/7 place to go. I
Exactly.
mean,
That's what I feel as a new person to the VeVe Discord is just like there's definitely somebody there. You know what I'm saying? Majority
right.
of the time, at least every time I've checked in, and a lot of my friends are already there. My VeVe friends are already there. If anything, I kind of feel like I'm late to the party, so I'm just trying to just a little bit. So that's what I'm trying to encourage people. Like, listen, if I'm feeling like that, you guys keep waiting any longer, you're gonna really be in a bad spot. You're still good, you know what I'm saying? You can still come through, but there may
Yeah.
not be any chicken or mac and cheese left. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You got there's some scraps left over for
Yeah,
you,
you know what I'm saying? You gotta get in when you
Right.
fit in, man. The Hennessy's all drinking up, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So so that's what I'm saying is like we were even touching on earlier, right? With these VV mod community driven items that are in the pool that you could use the VV arcade coins for, like that whole thing, that well could dry up one day. You never know if VV decides to be a little bit more hands on with what is available, and what if it's all just digital stuff? What if people, because they have a lot of stuff and they're dealing with shipping issues. So even the items available now, once they're all gone, they might just be gone. So that's why I'm sitting here like, I like CGC graded books. I like PSA cards.
Yeah, and again, just to talk about what's going on, join the Discord, go to Discord announcements. You'll see a post by Galactus, the Galactus from Marvel Comics,
Yes. Yes.
posting about Doctor Strange's video. There's a link there at the bottom of that, will take you to the video that you need to leave a comment on. And in the next 48 hours, people will post comments on there. Eagle Eyes is going to go through those comments. You want to put your Discord username next to your comment, and Eagle Eyes is going to throw you 1,000 VXP. That's a huge help, definitely when you're first starting out. There's quite a bit of VXP, and then you'll be entered for a drawing for 2,000 coins that can be used for physical prizes. And I will say too, just in case somebody sees this video later on, months later or something like that, the experience is always changing. It's always going to constantly improve. There's going to be more things coming to it. And I will just say, when you first come in, you're not going to see all of that.
Right.
It's just because you don't see it happening, and you don't see the liveliness happening, and people in voice party channels and clubs, and and playing poker or chess, or something. Dungeons and VeVe. We have Dungeons and VeVe too. If you're
Up,
into,
up. Isn't it funny you just said that because I just pulled that up.
yeah. So you got Dungeons and VeVe too. That's like Dungeons and Dragons.
Mm.
We got a host that runs through some adventures that sometimes have VV VV kind of things in there. Like, I remember this one game I played. Somebody got a Coca-Cola orb. They called it something else, but that's what it was. That's what you got on your adventure, and that Coca-Cola orb will revive like any member that might die or something, and or something.
Sick.
So it's just and there's so many things. Like I said, open mics come in. What was the thing that they were looking at doing recently? Really fun idea. I'm trying to think. I can't remember, but just to sum it up, lots of fun things, lots of things coming that you'll find beneficial to your overall, VeVe app experience. Everything is there, that you need to keep up on. Any kind of plugging you want to do. If you have any questions, just reach out. Just reach out to us. There's somebody there 24/7, round the clock.
Yeah.
There's always somebody there. It's never not somebody there.
Yeah, I mean that goes back to what we were talking about earlier. Also, is like if you're new to this platform and you have any questions, um, if you're on Twitter, you're kind of in a situation where unless you know someone personally, they got to be following you back for you to DM them. Okay. Then other than that, you might be in the Twitter spaces absorbing a bunch of information and then have questions, but you may not want to go on the stage and ask, the questions there. Um, and like you said, shows could get cut short, anything like that before you even get to ask a question. So I found this to kind of be like an ultimate support center type of vibe mixed with everything else. It's like forget a bot virtual assistant, you got Swampy in the voice chat.
That's right.
So,
Well, the Get Live chat, Get Live help chat channel, that will get you. Like if you see me, I got you. I'll walk you through whatever. If you need help with Discord or you want to know what's going on, I can show you what's going on. Or if you want to, if you have any questions about whatever, it doesn't matter. Whatever you need help with. Just tag me, hit me up anytime, no problem. But if you don't see me, then the Get Live help chat channel is where you can get a mod one-on-one right now, talk about anything. You have problems logging in, you got issues, you need some help with Discord or VeVe app, and we'll sit there and we resolve issues every day, usually within an hour or less. That person's back on, back to doing what they're doing, and we saved maybe some time and tickets and things like that
exactly.
that VeVe would have, helped. And we also help people just before they first create their ticket too. I mean, some people are distraught and a little panicked when you can't access your collectibles, and we do our best to try to ensure them and kind of calm them down and make sure, because you want to make a good ticket. You know what I mean? You want to make a good ticket that's going to be helpful to the team and help you resolve your issues as quickly as possible. So we do, do help with what we can. But anyway, I really just want to say, no matter what, man, I really appreciate you for having me up here. You know, bringing up Discord, just welcome me out here, and more VeVe Discord boosting the community to come. That'd be Twitter's, Instagrams, Facebooks, whatever we can do. Did I miss the desk giveaway? I
love, bro.
man, I didn't know about that.
I sent him an invite too. I'm surprised he didn't come on, but yeah, figures he would say something hilarious in the chat.
Oh man, you got some comedians out there.
Oh
That's
yeah.
funny. Hey, but you never know. Like the VeVe sweepstakes, I mean, that could be one of those things in the future. That could be, and it's not a giveaway; it's a sweepstakes. So it's not,
Now, by the way, for both of you, for Monos and for Swampy, you guys are gonna have to get to know each other as well, because Monos is one half of Informint, a great VeVe channel. He collabs with another gentleman named BE, and they've been covering drops, being there for us, as far as the VeVe YouTube community, I guess you could call us, because we're just like depraved. If there's a drop going on and nobody's covering it, it just feels like a big void and a hole, and you're just on the app by yourself and you can't gauge what people think. It's just nothing, so I think we realized how important it is for somebody to still be covering drops on YouTube. I have never been in Discord, obviously, for any drops that happen over there. So I do want to experience that this week at some point, see what that's like. So yeah, I just, like I said, I'm just trying to bridge this all together and let people in that Twitter space and in this YouTube space know it's time to get over to Discord, baby. It's a new
Get
day.
it. Get
It's a
over
new
there.
day.
Get over there. And hey, like we're getting over here, right? Like we're getting over there. We're doing what we can. We don't want to step on your toes, like I said. But anyway, to all y'all out there, we really appreciate you. On the YouTube, the Twitters, for what you do out there. Um, we definitely just want to see you in there too. I mean, you of course, just like you, Doctor Strange, or maybe my collectibles, or whoever. They just, you got a lot. There's a lot goes into it that a lot of people want to see. They see your maybe hour video, they think you just spent an hour, and that's not the
Yep.
case at all. And so, but yeah, really, just I can't thank you enough, man. Really appreciate it. Um, and again, if you're a content creator, come out to the Discord. There's plugs there for you. If you're interested on taking up the community stage and doing regular shows for your viewers on your platform, come out, hit to the Discord, get on a Get Live Help channel, chat channel, and then you're gonna want to say, hey, I got a show I'm trying to do. Tag me on that. When it comes to the community stage, and all things voice, that's me. That's my department. So, if you want to do anything like that, reach out to me, tag me, Swampynumber5, and I got you, man. I got you. So,
Yes,
and really,
sir.
I really like your show, Doctor Strange. Really appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know.
Appreciate you, man. I mean, gotta thank you guys. Can I say, man, it's very humbling. Not that I already am not humble, but you guys, shining a little light on the channel, on myself. It's definitely appreciated. Um, yeah, just leaves me speechless when things like that happen. So I really appreciate it, man, and I appreciate you coming on. I wasn't sure if you were coming on. I wasn't sure what you was exactly saying, but I was like, all I know is last time I did something, I sent the link to the wrong place. I sent it to Twitter. They're like, if you're doing anything or whatever's going, just send it here. At least give me a chance, So I was like, all
Right,
right.
right. You're hitting me up on Twitter like, "Hey, join my show," and I'm staring at Discord, man. I'm like,
Exactly. I didn't
um,
realize how intense it was, and that's why it took me a couple of days going in there. Like I said, I tested you. I went in there at 3:30 a.m. and this man was still in there. So,
well, there's a lot
yes,
going
sir.
on in Discord. It is difficult sometimes to find time. When I'm in Discord, especially lately, I've been, I would say for the last, I don't know, 5 months or so, I've been really trying to jump into Twitter Spaces just to be supportive and share those spaces to whoever's following me, because just trying to get out there, even if I'm not listening and attentive. I pop in, I see who's running the space. If there are people I know that run good spaces, I'm going to go ahead and boost. I'm going to boost that, right? I'm going to share that, and I think once I started really doing that for Twitter was once I really started seeing like people like yourself really taking control of providing factual spaces, you know, battling the FUD spaces that were open that were calling themselves VeVe space, and then I can't, I just, you know,
Right.
there wasn't an option,
Mm,
usually when there was a FUD space. Eventually, though, the people that run the spaces now, y'all, I mean, y'all will like work together. You have a schedule. You don't like overlap each other. I mean, it's like these guys are awesome, man. I mean,
yep.
so yeah. So I'm definitely, it's a battle out there. Sometimes I'm definitely looking to, promote as much as I can as far as Twitter spaces go. Anything live, y'all doing work out there. I want to make sure it's seen. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to do the best we can for that. And we really appreciate you doing that for us. So, because Discord really isn't an app that everybody even is aware of. And
Yeah.
I don't know a whole lot of people that know what that is. I still remember telling my brother about it and him videoing me and going, I can video you in this thing. And I'm just
Right.
like, yeah, bro, where you been? And
Oh,
so,
man.
and then like you were bringing up the other day, someone in 2 different countries.
That was Jags.
Yeah. Using Discord instead of a long
Yeah.
distance phone call.
Yeah, I got a nice phone bill waiting for me in a couple days.
I mean, you could have went
So
nitro for the next 5 years with that. You know what I
right,
mean? Like,
right, literally. So
right.
yeah, man. I'm learning my lessons slowly but surely, paying these tuition fees, and you learn your lessons the best way that way. I think sometimes. So
Yeah.
it's all good, man. It's all good. But yo, man, I ain't gonna hold you up anymore longer. I appreciate you stopping through, man. Got to shout out Eagle as well, Mario. Uh, man, there's a couple of other mods I'm forgetting. I don't know if you want to
The
try
whole
and fill
team,
in the
man.
names.
Just
Yeah,
not
the
the
whole
whole team.
team.
The whole team is, just ballpark hit,
Yeah,
home run. These guys, we really have pulled it through together. We have really done amazing things. We really challenged ourselves. We went above and beyond, and we still continue to do that. And it's just and we've just become a very well-oiled machine. We're
yeah,
all on the same page. It's all very structured, and it's just going to continue to go into that good direction, into that, getting even better than what it is today. Like, we're not going to stop.
right.
We're not just going to sit around and just watch channels. That's not
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
not good enough for me. So, and that's not good enough for our whole team. We're not here to just sit around and just watch channels and smack your wrist. That's not what we're here for at all.
mm-hmm,
That's like, get that out of here. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
Like, that's like, we want to have a good time, man. We are you guys. And I think that's a lot of times, like, when you come into this mod position, which, like I said, just as of, Eagle kind of coming in and, picking people that we were already doing something for the community for a long time. We weren't doing nobody asked us to do what we were doing. We weren't expecting to do anything. And, he just started selecting people in the community that really just have it in the right place, their heart, their just where they're at, just,
Mm-hmm.
what they do, their time they already give. Nobody in this mod team was instructed to do anything. No one's ever guided me, guided. It's just been us really just taking grabbing
Hands-on
those,
approach. Yeah,
you
I
know what I'm
mean
saying?
that part when we first spoke. That's one aspect of the team that I had no idea about. Is how much work you guys have been putting in, and how it's like you just get plucked from obscurity one day, and recognized, and then it's like, yo, we've been watching, and
Right.
that's the thing that we all have to keep sight of is you have to do the right things when you think no one's looking.
Exactly.
And that's what I pretty much have just been trying to do. I don't really do you guys know me. Anybody who watches the channel knows I keep it 100. I'm very critical, but it's to a certain degree. You know what I mean? Like, if I don't like Michelle Rosenberg's work on VeVe exclusive covers, I'm gonna say I don't like this particular piece, or maybe her style is not for me. Versus saying I think she sucks,
Right.
because I
Right.
don't think that. But even if I did think that, why? That's such a low brow, low vibrational thing to say, and it doesn't add anything
Right.
to the conversation. I'd rather explain why her work doesn't resonate with me. Maybe it's a color palette. What is it exactly? And then for
Exactly.
all I know, other people might feel the same way, or they might, you know what I mean? They might be like,
Mm-hmm.
yo, you're looking at her work that she's only done on an app. Look at some of these books over here, or whatever it
Exactly.
is. So it's like, in certain ways you got to handle stuff.
I agree.
Um,
I agree. Can I plug one more thing into just
of
while we're here?
course, please do.
I want to plug in the VV feedback hour, which we do at the middle of every month in the Discord, which is a community engagement hour or two, just however long, I guess. And really, what we do there is we just go around the room, whoever's got any ideas or questions that they want to give to the VV team. and then the everybody in that room basically discusses it, and I'll type it out, read it out loud. Everybody in the room. The goal is everybody in the room agrees on the same thing, the same kind of feedback that we're going to give to the VeVe team. And I think that they seem very interested in that feedback, is which why we're trying to make it a regular thing, is because I personally think that's valuable feedback versus just my singular feedback and yours. And I would
Right.
also say that sometimes, I don't know if you've noticed this, but I mean, like, but if you put in a feedback and say, I want it to be like this, and then 2 weeks later somebody says to you something, and you're like, oh, I didn't think about that. And then you're thinking this, oh no, I just asked VeVe for this, like,
Yeah.
and you're like, no, you're like scrambling, trying to change it, delete it. Hopefully you didn't see it, or make a new one. So this really fixes that. And it also addresses the things that we might want in a community that we're split on. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what I'm after, is I'm after those ideas and feedback where someone says, yeah, I don't agree with that. And then try to like just find that middle thing that
Right.
makes us all happy, because there is something out there like that.
Right.
Now, I would say majority of the time of the show, everybody agrees, but the feedback is more valuable when you have more people behind it. So that's what it really is about. We have one this coming Saturday, or next Saturday, I should say, at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Appreciate it.
Okay. So how exactly do they find that again?
It's posted right now at the top of Discord, the VeVe official Discord. And if you don't know how to get to the Discord, then you want to go to VeVe.me. I'm pretty sure, and it should be at the bottom of their website. Let me see.
If you want to share screen, you can, I think. So,
Maybe I'll try that. Not used to doing
yeah, now
this
you're
here.
looking like me in Discord for the last couple of days. Learn as you go,
I'm
right?
trying. Yeah,
That's it.
I'm learning as I go.
That's it.
So yeah, at the very bottom, if you go to VeVe.me, their main website, you scroll all the way at the bottom, you'll see a Discord symbol along next to
Right.
the Twitter and Facebook,
Right.
and just click on that. And once you get in there, at the very top, you'll see an event
Yes.
posted. It'll say VeVe,
Yep.
VeVe Feedback Hour. Just click interested, and you'll be notified. So, and that's not a stage. That's just a
Okay.
general voice channel.
Okay.
It's just community. It's not recorded or anything. It's just, I'm just a host,
Right.
and I just kind of like keep the game moving in a game
Right.
fashion. That's
Now
all.
that now to be clear, this is a totally different atmosphere and vibe than someone that really has comments more appropriated for the venting channel. So this is not a place to come on and vent per se. This is more or less a place for us to build constructively.
Sure, absolutely. So, I mean, of course, if you have your frustrations,
Right. Express them passionately but
yeah,
respectfully.
yeah, definitely. I mean, we don't want to attack any one person or anything. You can be not happy with the product or the services and whatnot, and there's nothing wrong with that. We do definitely it's very open in the voice channels, in the channels.
Oh yeah.
We want you to be heard. It's an open space. There's going to be people with different opinions, likes, and everybody's entitled to that respectively, of course. And I mean, you can get upset and stuff as long as it's not attacking anybody. But yeah,
Right.
just bring your frustrations. You know what I mean? If
Right.
you're upset about something, and I've actually had you know uh, at least 3 people come to the feedback hour that were frustrated, and after it was their turn was done, I should say, after we had wrote it down and everybody said what they said, and we all agreed on it, then those 3 different people said about the same thing, which was, thank you for articulating that for me, because I wouldn't have said it that way. I would have been, I'm upset, I'm going to use maybe some language, what I'm saying, when describing my upsetness and what I really want to be happy. And, And so I do definitely do my best to articulate it in a way that, is going to be the most beneficial feedback to the person that gave it, and that it's going to be the most helpful feedback for the receiver, which is the VeVe team, on what they could actually do with this. So we're just coming up with the best kind of feedback as a community, together. So it's a pretty cool, and it's not an thing that I just came up with. It just, the community's, talking all the time. I kind of a few times said, "Sure, I'll type that for you since you're driving," and then right when I did that, everybody in the room's like, "Oh, while you're at it." So we kind of made it a thing, and then because they were asking for it, they asked for it. So it's something that the community asked for.
Yeah, I mean, that's the main thing I see going on is you guys come off as guys that are just sitting there, just wishing and waiting that someone would come in there and, you know, just interact with you guys. You know what I mean? Like, it's like someone just starving to help you. That's it's just like,
I mean, to help itself. Like I said, I cannot stress that, like, that idea of it, right? Like, I'm the community. I'm helping it, you know.
right,
I'm over here as a mod,
right.
and some I've heard somebody say to me like, "You're a mod, so your answers are manufactured," you know.
Far from it.
I'm the same. I'm the same Swampy number 5 when I walked in here August 2021. I ain't changed.
Right,
Ain't nobody
right,
asked me to be polite and
right,
and nice and giving of my time. Ain't nobody asked me for any of that. Ain't
right,
nobody asked me to be here today. Nobody asked.
right.
This is not my expectation. I'm here my own free will. I'm
Literally.
not getting anything out of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm here for you, and
Yeah.
when I'm in there, I'm here for you as well.
Yeah.
And so I think what we're really crying for is the community to engage more with itself on a and on a real level.
Level.
Like,
Right. Right.
what I'm saying, like foster that environment for those people, for people from all over the world, from all the walks of life, people that aren't even collectors. People that maybe this is their first time they ever collected anything in their entire life,
Mm.
and and me personally, I just want to make sure I'm there for those people because we do have a very passionate community, um, and I do always standing up for those people, even people that have complaints
Mm-hmm.
and things like that. Because and I've said this to you before, is that if someone doesn't like VeVe, then they wouldn't be here and they wouldn't say any gone already.
Right. There you go.
So as long as that person is talking and they're still here, then they have a lot of passion and they care a lot about
Right.
the company, whether deep down at the end of the day when they walk away and you don't see their face, they do.
Yeah. That
So
was like a conversation I heard going on earlier with someone who's had a kind of ongoing issue.
yeah,
And like I said, there's certain people that would have engaged him in a totally different way that you guys did. I mean, there was somebody else on the live, on the chat as well that was kind of engaging him in the way that I'm speaking of. But when it came to you, the first thing that came to mind was like, is this guy have a background in hostage negotiation or something? Because I'm like, we need to clone him and put him on the police force because this dude was escalating. And it's one thing when someone gets you like de-escalates the situation by like it's just a certain way they do it. But you were like addressing his issue, letting him know that you understand, like, you know what I'm saying, where he's coming from. And then in certain instances, like you just brought up, when he was speaking to someone else, you were letting them know, like, nah, he put in a support ticket, he did this, he did that, he's done all the right things. So that's what let me know, like, not only do you really know and remember his situation, because it seemed like he's like must have popped up in the past and then he just popped up out of nowhere again and was kind of like just throwing it out there. But I mean, like you said, you could tell even at the end, he was just like, man, I'm still here to stay. You know what I'm saying? But I got this issue over here still. But it's like you said, the people that are totally disengaged, they're gone. There's no communication. There's no nothing.
Right.
So being able to recognize that that's what it is important.
Yeah, because like, who am I? Like, who am I to,
Us.
to run to some conclusions about you or your circumstance or whatever. We've had circumstance where somebody come in voice channel freaking out, thinking he did something. He even started naming things that like, and you're like, stop while you're ahead. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like, why don't you,
Yeah.
yeah,
That was what.
but yeah, I mean, that person, ends up coming back. Everything's fine. It was just, some mistake, some mishap of some kind.
Yeah.
And, and sometimes, when somebody comes off, they're frustrated, they got a lot going on. They might, say some things that maybe other people would immediately judge that person and think, oh, well, there's got to be more to this, and what they're doing something wrong or something. But yeah, that's just not for me to jump to that conclusion. So I just give everybody the benefit of the doubt, try to help everybody. We just here to give the resources that we have, which is pretty much everything's public that we know what we just read everything, we just know everything, and the community keeps us sharp too.
Yeah.
Like we're uh, most of the time there's not really a need for me to go somewhere else. The
Right.
community's all over it. I mean, you got
That's
all
true.
these Discord people. They're the ones that they're watching the YouTubes and the Twitter, and they're posting and saying, "This is what just happened." Someone said this, and so I don't even have to leave Discord to see your video.
Right.
And now that your video's in a channel, we're going to see it
Right.
more frequently and in a more confined area. But before, we were just seeing it randomly popping up in channels, and we would all see it, and everybody's in tune. No one's out in tune. Everybody knows what's going on.
Mm.
Like everybody's all over Twitter and all over, and we're all bringing it to this central point that's always there,
Right.
to bring it to. And so I'm just sitting there, and it's always coming to me, right? Like it's like,
Right.
half the time somebody will come in and say, Swampy, what happened? And I'll be like, I
Mm.
don't even know what you're talking about. I didn't see this tweet yet.
Right.
Or,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I mean, these guys are sharp.
Yeah. I mean, it's a trickle down effect. I look at Twitter as the place where news breaks. I look
Yeah,
at Discord
it
as
is
a
really.
good hub to find a bunch of information centralized.
Correct.
And then I look at YouTube as the place to consume content or learn something. So, it's like someone was saying earlier, I was, because there's always debates on like, oh, I hear people say my content's too long for stacking and slacking. I mean, it's 15 minutes. And I could understand that when you can go to another channel and get drop information, whether they approve or disapprove of the comic within 60 seconds. So I get it. But my channel, my growth, my subscribers, my being of even talking to people about VeVe comic drops was predicated on me being long-winded and giving people a thorough explanation as to why I'm telling them what I'm doing.
Exactly.
So all I did was turn the camera on. So asking me to shorten that, yeah, it could be done. But then asking me to make that a 60-second blurb, I leave that for someone else, because the way I look at it is like, yeah, the only reason you're saying that is because YouTube changed to try to compete with TikTok. So that's the whole reason why they even started pushing shorts. But once you start getting into algorithms and analytics, you see that there's a lot of content creators within the last couple months who've had their channels infiltrated by bots, and then YouTube will use that as an excuse to demonetize them. There's a lot of people whose viewership has gone down a lot, so their checks are a lot lower. And I mean, I'm miles away from any of that stuff, but it's just to say, like, it's a lot you really can't control. And at one point, if you even took your long form content and shortened it for a short, they would blast it off and make sure it got all these views, way more than your long form. And there's a lot that goes into why your long form doesn't get as much views as shorts. But it's just to say, like, I've heard all types of stuff on what I should do and all this stuff. And at the end of the day, I'm just trying to get the information out as short and concise as I can. I'm trying to keep it within 10 minutes, but I can't always, you know what I mean? And the way I look at it is like this platform really was predicated on being informative, educational, all these things. Even music videos a couple minutes long, right? So it's like if you want to learn something, you come here. If you want to quickly just get information in 60 seconds, take your ass to TikTok.
There you go.
It's that simple.
But
You know
so
what I'm
like
saying?
you're right though. Somebody could take your video and make a little TikTok for you and post it, and there you go. You can remind yourself of that snippet that you made of Doctor Strange on YouTube. You can watch it over and over again in 60 seconds if you want. You know what I mean? It's like,
Hey, you know what I'm saying? We might
yeah.
have to get a little sweepstakes going for that too. You know what I'm saying? The
Hey,
best
there you go.
short
Who's
form content creator of all
there you
things
go.
straight, you
Okay.
know. But yeah,
Hey,
I
hey.
even I said to myself, you know, this individual that movie night got canceled. Oh man, MC, you know you always welcome to come back on if you want. I didn't expect to be here this long, so why
Fortnite
not?
instead.
You know
He
what
said
I'm
Fortnite
saying?
instead.
I feel you.
Man, Fortnite wins every time. I'm
Every
kidding. I
time,
swear,
man.
dude.
Yeah, it's multi-dimensional. There's too many aspects of it. Yeah, I forgot what the hell I was saying, but yeah,
Oh,
I
you were
mean,
bringing you're coming here to learn. You coming here to learn, and
yeah, and like even with what someone said to me before, they're like, well, if you're not gonna take stacking and slacking and make it, because the way I looked at it is like the main gist of it is to find out what I'm doing with the particular drop. So either you know to drag the little bar to the end of the video to the last 2 or 3 minutes and just watch that, or you're here to watch how I got there. It's
right, right,
pretty logical to me, but um, they're like, you know, you still should make short form content. This was months ago when the whole boom was going on and we're trying to grow our channel, you know. And I'm like, you know what, you're right. But I'm not gonna make a 60-second video that tells you whether I'm stacking or slacking in it because then there's no reason to watch the long form content.
right.
So what I did
Exactly.
was what, what I did was I dug into the analytics and I tried to see like, you know, what parts people did like and
Mhm.
were watching. And I realized I had a little segment in there where I basically review the comic book covers. I'll go through the details of the drop, and then I'll review each cover one by one and break down the art and color, you know, all this stuff. And I was
Right.
like, you know what? That's what I'm gonna cut down to a minute. And that way it gives them a feeling of like, well, what else is going on? What else did he talk about with the comic or whatever the case is, you know? And that's what I started doing. But it's so time consuming because again, just when you're done making the video, you got to set up the first you got to set it up to process it to YouTube, then you got to set up the premiere, then you got to sit in the live chat of the premiere. Now after
Mhm.
you done recorded, edited, audio mixed, all this stuff, uploaded it, tweeted it to me in different socials, after it's over, now you're going back into editor mode and you're like going to that one section and chopping that up for TikTok, YouTube shorts, IG, and Twitter all over. And it's like you're just done with the day by the time you watch the video. You're like, can I just sit back and just watch this like everybody else? And it's like, you know, it's a whole process. And that's what I'll be engaged in tomorrow since we just got another announcement of another comic drop. So that'll be my Monday, you know. And it's definitely difficult with a 9 to 5 doing all of this, you know. So while I don't have a 9 to 5, I'm trying to take advantage of that. Because I did start when I was working. So I know the difference, you know.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
feel it.
Right.
Feel it in my pockets too, but that's a whole other stream. But,
Mhm. Mhm.
but yeah, man, just staying active, just trying to always be supportive, man. That's just how I always been, man. Before I had a channel, I'd be right here in people's live chats, just cheering them on, trying to spread awareness, use my platforms,
Right.
and I'm still doing that now. You know, I don't really look at it as competition. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm I probably have the least amount of subs out of everybody anyway, so it's no competition to me. I'm already at the back of the pack. So, but
I don't know, man. Sometimes I hear people they say, "Look, I'm only really watching those because that's my option. Maybe
mm,
you're my next option. Maybe you're, and so I just think if you just keep going, there's people out there that just like your style. They like the length of your videos. They like what you bring to it. You know, each person's really different. Yeah, just keep doing what you do, man. I wouldn't sway. I'd just be you, man. Just keep doing you. You know,
I
don't stop it.
appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. I'm glad that you came on the channel for a lot of reasons. Low on the list is just the fact that like now we know what each other looks like, and now I feel like even when we go back in Discord, it's just different. It's just that we walk through a
Hmm.
whole different chamber now, and now I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I could go to an event that I know you're going to, I'm gonna go. You know, because now I feel like, yeah, I could definitely vibe with this dude, catch a drink or whatever it is, and continue our conversations that we're having on the Discord
Right.
anyway. But you know, just
That's what
vibe
the
out.
voice channels bring, you know,
Yeah,
is this right here is just an example of, you know, what kind of utility it brings, right? Like, you know, you're making a video to help us and I'm in your video to help you, and we're posting your video to help you, and you know, it'll happen in the chat channels for sure, but it's definitely a lot better of experience, a lot faster when you're talking with somebody. Everything's a lot better and faster
yeah,
when you're talking to somebody in voice, you know what I
yeah.
mean, in person. When you call for somebody for help and you're greeted with a bot, right there, you're just
Yep.
like, I don't want to do this. You know what I mean? Like, I
Yes.
want to talk to a person, and there's a
Yes.
reason for that.
Right.
You know, there's a reason for that. We can, you know, we can get somewhere.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, dude, that was pretty quick. But that's just a quick example. You know, there's a lot of the community itself helping each other buy comics. There was
Right.
one person that was like sending their comics because they live in a different country. They have to pay a lot of money for shipping and all
Shipping.
of these things. So, you
Goodness.
know, next thing you know it, these guys have been hanging out for a good month.
Wow.
And hey, you want to send those eBay comics to my house? Because I'm right here in New York and
Wow.
you're coming to New York Comic Con,
Right.
you know, so
See?
I'll just stack your comics for you. And then, you know, they just help each other out. And that's just,
Exact.
or one member just started their own whatnot, opening
Yes.
cards. And, you know, it's like the voice channel people are, in my opinion, they're kind of immobilized. You know, like
Yes.
they're a group now.
Yes.
You know, you see them move between different discords. They're like,
Yep.
you know,
Yep.
you see them like now they're in this one and now they're in that one, and they move together. You know, and it just keeps getting bigger, and it just keeps, you know, because it's getting close.
Exactly.
It's getting close. You're getting to know each other. There's a connection there, and
Exactly.
you don't know until you don't know until you've dove in it what you're missing, and
That's the truth.
that's what the community members are saying. They're
Yeah.
saying the quiet ones,
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
quiet ones that members in the voice channel say, "Come on, join us. We want to talk to you. We like you, and
Mm-hmm.
we want to talk to
Mm-hmm.
you. That's why." And then eventually they're in the channels listening. They don't want to say anything. They got
Mm-hmm.
microphone problems, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And but yeah, eventually, you know, maybe 3 weeks later, you know, their friends are talking to each other and they're saying, "Thank God I came in here, and
Mm-hmm.
thank God I warmed up and I said something,
Mm-hmm.
because now I get it.
Yep.
Now I get it. I got a family. I got close people here. Everybody here is into the same stuff. You know, we're closer than you think. We
Mm-hmm.
have a lot more in common than you think. We all think a lot of same ways about things, and we're worldwide.
Right.
You
I
know,
mean,
right
man.
now, anywhere I travel, there's a VeVe fan waiting for me there
Right.
that I already
Wow.
know. You know,
It's only gonna get crazier too, man. Like BBverse, just it's a lot going on. A lot of reasons for people to galvanize and get together and form communities within the community. And I mean, like I was talking to a guy on the Discord tonight. He's, you know, in a whole nother state and he's trying to come to New York for Comic Con, and you know, a lot of his worries and even expenses are reduced because of who he's met just in the Discord. I'm like, what? That's crazy. It's like, yeah, we met on Discord, then we met up at last year's Comic-Con, and then, this year's Comic-Con is, just come through. I got a spot for you this year, like it's that type of vibe, man. It's crazy. I think you're muted.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, they all get together before they plan.
Yep.
They're always trying to get an Airbnb, first of all. But if they can't get people early enough to jump in, then they'll just move on to, maybe something smaller. But every year they're always trying to, see who wants to get on a big old Airbnb and have cookout and, over near the convention, you know what I mean? Just like have our own party, you know what I mean? Like,
man, I hope there's an awesome rooftop party because I haven't been to a Manhattan rooftop party, so looking to experience that for the first time. Come on, Sanjay. Come on, look it up.
Well, yeah, Sanjay's party, and then I think there's usually a VeVe one too, so the VeVe one, you should be able to go there and definitely want to, it sounds like you definitely want to make sure David knows you're a master collector, I guess, on there.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I'm Diamond 1. I keep teetering back and forth. So I was master collector at one point. I don't have any gold logos. I talked to David, but he was with Marvel at the time. So I received a different promo card, which I am totally grateful for. Got me a nice New York Comic-Con poster that says 0 for the purchase price on it, so that's something I want to just keep forever. It's nice, decent.
I don't have a logo either, man. I
want
one.
You know what I'm saying? I was trying, bro. I was literally getting inside scoops from people that are like, listen, this is the key. If David or any of them is out of the vicinity of this booth and you ask them, then you might have a shot. But they're like, if you ask them anywhere on this red carpet, they have to tell you no. I'm like, oh. So I was literally seeing, David Yu was like gonna take a bathroom break. Did he have security? Did he have a catheter near him? Like, what's going on? Because I didn't see this man take a bathroom break, man. I don't know if he's human and what's going on. But I was damn sure gonna track his ass down to that bathroom. Like, David, remember that conversation we had earlier? What's up, man? You know what I'm saying? But
right.
But it's a lot I should have did different when I met them guys, man. I had, my collection is nothing too crazy. I'm not a whale or anything, but I'm not a scrub either. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't spend some money on this app, and it never dawned on me to like actually show them the profile page or anything. You know what I mean? Like, I could just be some dude with one collectible trying to talk to these dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, they still, without any proof of what I bought, owned or anything, they still showed me mad love, man. So that right there alone said a lot. It was just a lot of luck too, as far as being able to talk to them as candidly as I did. I got there before like everybody damn near, so it was just really cool.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. So I don't know if I'll get to make it happen in the same exact capacity this year. I'm just in a different place in life right now. But
well, at least you're in New York. It's not too
right. That's half the battle. Right.
Right.
That's half the battle. And like I said, Thursday is available. Sunday is available. I don't know if I want to do those days or what, but I know Friday night, I need to be in Manhattan at minimum, and maybe coordinate something beforehand with the fam. See who else isn't lucky enough to have a ticket inside, and we just make a day
actually,
out
I
of it.
do know that there's quite a few people on the Discord voice channel that aren't going into the convention. Actually, they're just meeting up outside, spend the day together. You got people that are flying clear from another country. They want to see more than just Comic-Con while they're in America, the first time America. So yeah, so VeVe fans meeting outside too. Even if you're not, I do know quite a handful of people that even myself, I was planning on going just to meet the fam, not even really for the convention, but possibly to meet a party or just meet up with the fam for dinner or something. Just because for some of us it might just be a 6-hour drive or something, and for some of us it's 2 days of flying on airplanes, you know,
Right.
and you know, who knows if we'll get a chance to meet them too. So, and these are people we talk to on voice channel, so it's like we already have a connection, and you know, so we do want to go meet them in person, and you know what I mean? They're friends,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Absolutely. I think, to be honest, that wasn't even my mind frame until I went into the Discord tonight. Whenever I thought about Comic Con or the last couple days, I felt a feeling of like slight depression, anxiety, all these things. You know, like damn, I can't make it. Oh, it's sold out. Oh, it's local scalper or something. What are we doing over here? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. And then to just know like there's so much more going on with the fam outside of that. It's just like
yes,
wow, you know.
yeah. So you're in New York, you ain't gotta have a Comic Con ticket. You know, come in Discord, voice channels, start asking around who's going to New York. That's what everybody's doing right now. You sit in a channel long enough, eventually someone's going to come in here and they're going to ask if you're going to be in New York.
Yeah.
And it's like an everyday thing. Everybody wants to know who's going to be there. But yeah, there's people there, and I got to say too, like when I went to Designer Con, what an amazing experience. Every single VeVe person I met there was just an amazing host. Everybody out there in California, shout out to Van the Man and Straight MCP and Red Hot Snacks and you know and many more that I could just keep on going on where you know we were just hosted down there. I mean, anytime we went to go call a cab, someone was like, "Nah, you ain't calling a cab. I'm driving you." And it's just like, I just met you, man. Like I don't even talk to
Right.
you in Discord. I just met you in, or I did know somebody from Discord and that was there that gave us a ride too. We never had to use our Uber ever.
Wow.
Never.
Wow.
Just people there, just hosting us and just you know, and that's what really comes with knowing these people, having a relationship before you even get there. You know, they're there to greet you. They're there to welcome. They know you're coming. Literally, straight MCP. I literally just got off the plane and met straight MCP like right after that. Like
Wow.
me and FlexiCat and Pixelated and Lipe, and we all went to a dinner, little dinner get together, and straight. We was texting straight and in the Discord, and he's like, "Where you at? I'm coming out." And next thing you know, we just, you know,
Wow.
hang out. You know, he's next thing you know, I'm in a car with Straight. I'm not even riding with
Wow.
FlexiCat anymore. I'm like,
Wow.
I already know this dude
Right. That's
from Discord.
crazy.
You know what I mean? Like now I know what he looks like. We're good. Let's go. You know,
Exactly.
and
Man.
but yeah, so
We're in a whole new world, man. Could you imagine telling this story to somebody in like the 90s? They'd be like, what are you talking about? How do you
man,
not know someone? And then, you know, like they don't
yeah,
understand how you can even form relationships with people miles away and all this stuff all through these different platforms. Like, we're in a whole nother world, man.
yeah, it's wild.
My
It's
mother
wild.
would have said, boy, don't you get no call with nobody you don't know. Da, da, da. You know, like it's a whole nother world now. Like, you don't understand. I don't have to physically know them and be around them every day physically to know them or feel like I know them. Like, it's just
Right,
amazing to me to be this old, guys. That's basically what I'm saying.
right, right, exactly. There's just something more to voice talking with people than it is to text. You just,
It
yeah, I
is.
don't know.
It is.
Yeah, and you know, I do really do. I just challenge everybody to get out of their comfort zone,
That's
and
what I did.
yeah, get out of your comfort zone, say hi to somebody, start a conversation, and you know, just watch your life change. That's way you know that's the way I see it. Um, you know, there's just so much that can come out of that. I mean, if you're not looking for that, that's cool. You know, Discord can be a casual place, no pressure.
Mhm.
But
That's what's dope too, is like it's a full range of like, okay, do you just want information? You want to like hop in somewhere and be a fly on the wall and get information still and see a whole bunch of other people doing their thing? Do you want to hop over here and be a fly on the wall and listen to conversations? Or do you want to just click a button and inject yourself in the conversation immediately and not feel like it's a hierarchy or I'm not cool enough? I got my hand up in the request, but they never let me come through and speak. And like, I don't see all those barriers there. I don't know how it works on a moderator side as far as like if 5 people start talking at once, are you able to like mute people down or
No, we wouldn't do
anything?
that. We wouldn't do
Right.
that. That's a community spaces,
Yeah.
they're meant for you to conversate. We're just really there for if somebody disrespects you,
Right.
we won't
Right.
allow that.
Right.
And to keep things appropriate, it is a 13 plus Discord, so
Platform. Right. Right.
but it's yeah, I mean, if everybody wants to argue and have a conversation, we just kind of keep it respectful. And most people are pretty receptive to
Mhm.
a little bit of frustration. It's not going to hurt anybody. um, but most people are pretty respectful, and there's plenty of rooms too. You're in a room you don't want to be in,
Yeah. Yeah.
there's another room. If the rooms look empty, get in a room, sit there. More than likely people's going to
Yes.
start joining you.
That's
Not
what
every
happened to me.
Yeah,
Anytime that I literally went in a room on purpose and was like, all right, I'm just gonna sit here and see what happens. And then
yeah,
somebody came in. I think you came in one time. Another time, someone I didn't even know, never talked to before, they popped in, and it's just it's a crazy dynamic and just another dimension to what is VeVe. You know what I'm saying? And
right,
communicating and social networking,
exactly.
all of that, man. So, yeah, man. I guess let's wrap it up before we go. 2 things. First thing is I do got to say thank you for coming on because you made doing this stream super easy for me.
No
You
problem.
know what I'm
No
saying?
problem.
So I can't thank you enough, and I can't thank you again for raising awareness of my existence. And Eagle, all you guys, man, doing what you did. You didn't obviously have to do that. You're just trying to start something new, and I guess you guys get a sense of my intentions, what I want to do, the amount of content creators I know, and I just know like when someone has good intentions like that, but then they're kind of like in the cut and they're like, okay, well, I can't be the one to make the first move for whatever reason. I usually am that one person that'll go to the people on the other side and be like, look, this person's over here. They're trying to do this. So whether it's community people or content creators, I just felt like, it's time to start raising some awareness to what's going on. Obviously, we got the VeVe coming. We don't know how soon or not, but it's going to be soon enough. We got beta testers out here.
Yeah.
So I've never heard of a project being beta tested and then you having to wait too much longer. And even if we do, that just makes me feel like I'm waiting because there's a reason for waiting. They're not sitting there saying, let's not put this out, you know, but
Right.
I don't want them to roll out something that's not going to work or break. And then that creates a whole nother level of crap you got to deal with and FUD and all this stuff that
Right.
really doesn't exist. Like I try to tell people, you got to like put stuff in perspective, because there's always going to be room for there to be a crowd to say, oh, they're not doing this right, or they could be doing this. Yo, they don't have this feature. Why didn't they turn this on? There's always going to be something. And that's what, like, I don't think people realize. It's almost like how they say, like, pick a topic and whether you want to be on the side of, like, I think it's true or not true. There's tons of content out there to justify either argument. And that's what makes you feel like when you choose one and you start watching a bunch of YouTube videos and stuff that's all agreeing with what you're looking into, and from that aspect, it's going to be there to support that argument. So it's almost like people, they, I don't know how to explain this, but they got to just stay open-minded. That's all I'm just trying to tell people, is stay open-minded. You don't know where this is going yet, and definitely can't rush greatness. I've seen a lot of people rush stuff, and it's not really gotten them anywhere in the long haul. And I feel like when you're really building something to last,
Mm-hmm.
that's when, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I wanted to say too? VeVe reminds me of Rocky because
How-
they stay getting knocked down and they keep getting up, man. I know it might sound cheesy or something, right? But it's like when you look at other people, they've gotten knocked down and have not been able to get back up, bro. Or they got knocked out the ring, or they just couldn't even. It's not even that someone beat them; they just didn't have their endurance and their training proper, so they just had to. In between rounds, it's yo throwing the towel, man. I can't even come back out there next round, man. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't see that happening here. And there's a couple of projects out there that look like they have strong foundations. You know what I'm saying? And I'm hoping in the long run, everybody could all meet up in the mall together and have fun together. You know what I'm saying? But if not, so be it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the way I look at it, I thought it was hilarious when people people are like, "Oh, VeVe isn't the only one with Disney now," or VeVe isn't the only one with Disney. And I was saying to myself, literally the day they announced that they had Disney, I was thinking to myself, like, okay, well, let me see what it is, right? And then when I saw it was Golden Moments, I'm like, oh, that's dope. Then eventually we got lenticulars. Eventually we got just different stuff. And I always looked at it like, because I've just always been exposed to marketing, advertising, licensing agreements, and all this stuff. And I'm like, no one's gonna do a deal with VeVe brand wise and say, I'm only giving you 2 years to make something happen with my IP. So if you don't make something happen, we're out of here. I always looked at it as like, if that brand is super powerful, they're gonna write in the contract that this is not an exclusive IP binding deal.
Mhm.
So I always looked at it as like, well, as the space grows, and these guys are light years ahead of everybody else, whether people realize that or not. But as the space grows, I would think that for whatever the IP or brand is, whatever that project is, and they may be different than VeVe. They might be different than what you see on OpenSea or whatever. We don't know what's coming. We don't know, right? So now we're in a space where we have people out here who focus on 3D collectibles as well and all of that good stuff. But there's stark differences between the two, because I could take one thing like GI Joes and be like, yo, when you're talking nostalgia, like you talking ripping packs open and going to the store with your moms, and they're like, yeah, pick out your toy. Like I'd be right there in the hanger aisle sifting through every GI Joe because everyone was different. It wasn't all just a line of Duke. It was like, no, Snake Eyes could be back there, Cobra Commander. So you had to dig, right? And then when you got home and you ripped open the package, that was one of the main toys for me that was a constant ripping experience. Forget sports cards, yeah. But you talking ripping packs, that was my thing. Transformers a little pricey. The unboxing isn't the same. That was the hanger pack toy right there. So if I want to feel nostalgic and rip a pack and da-da-da-da-da, and I want my G.I. Joe running around, and I might go to X platform for that experience. But when I play with the character, he might not necessarily give me that same G.I. Joe vibe. Not to say you saw people unalived on the cartoon, but it had a certain cutting edge of violence to it where that platform may not want to engage in that. So I'm sitting there shooting my laser gun at other people, but it's like knocking them back, and they got little Tweety birds, and it's very kiddie. It might be very kiddie. And then I might say that's a cool experience, but damn, I want to sit and I want to see Snake Eyes like as Snake Eyes. I want to see the real, like he got swords, like it's model, throw it in AR, and it looked like I'm standing next to him, not next to a bobblehead. I would be that guy that owns G.I. Joe on this platform and on VeVe. And when I want to play with them in one way, I go over here. When I want to play with them another way, I go over there. And that's
Did you put Snake Eyes in feedback channel as a wish?
No.
Oh well, see, you're slick. You're slacking. You're
slacking, man. You can't be stacking, and you slacking.
Now you're slacking. See what I'm saying?
Right. You know what I'm saying? This is how you, because sometimes you get caught up. You don't realize you slacking your damn self, man. It's
Get
horrible.
that. You let them know what you want, man. Let them know. They don't.
Yeah,
They
I
can't read
got
your
to.
mind.
Nah, man.
Put a
they
picture of
can't.
Snake Eyes. Say when Snake Eyes.
Yeah, I mean, you want to get really, you want to get really like serious with it. I want. I'm gonna put this in there because you
Let's
dared
hear
me
it.
the other day, and I did put
Right.
it. I did.
Good.
I want the Transformers GI Joe crossover #1 issue.
Ooh.
That's what I
Oh.
want. Yeah,
Ooh. That sounds
yeah,
fun.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
the comic I want next.
Okay. All right. That sounds
Yeah.
like a fun one, man. I like. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I'll get
dope.
one
They
of
have
those.
a couple out there. My fam MSC Squad, he's on Twitter heavy. He does a lot of comic cleaning, pressing, restoration. He's always posting pictures of crazy stuff. So he posted like, the Transformers GI Joe crossover issue, like 1 through 5, and all these. It even had like Spider-Man on one cover with Optimus. Like I never even knew that existed. Like that weird crossover stuff gets me every time. Like I have comic over here that I collected when I was a kid. All my stuff got stolen years ago, so I had to recollect it again as an adult. But it's literally just says like Spider-Man versus Wolverine on the cover, and it has them two fighting in the cemetery, and it has Wolverine swiping at him and like cutting off a headstone. And Spider-Man's in the air doing the infamous like just jump in the air.
Yeah.
Man, I just love that cover. It was probably one of the most disappointing reads of all time. Like when you
Really?
read it,
Oh
yeah, when you read
no.
it, because the problem is like it's not the thickest book in the world, right? But then when you read it, the build up to why they even end up fighting is 78% of the book,
Mm.
like 85%, something like this, crazy. So then, like the last like 3 pages, they're fighting. You know what I mean? And it's one of those fights where a lot of swinging and missing, and then it's like, okay, then you realize how strong Spider-Man even is, because like Wolverine to do something crazy, put his head through 5 headstones head 1st, and then this dude pops back up, and you're like, what? How? Like it was one of the first times I really saw how internally strong he was, how much damage he could take.
Yeah.
So it was interesting from that perspective, but just disappointing of like how much pages you're reading. You're like, come on, get to it.
No.
You're like, it's 4 pages left. No, it can't be that long of a fight now.
That makes me think of a cliffhanger when I was a kid. You couldn't get every issue like today, like looking at Unreal or Marvel Unlimited, and see whatever you want.
No.
Like you're never gonna see an Amazing Spider-Man 1.
Right. MC
But
one.
yeah, I remember I had a Batman and Robin comic where Robin died at the end,
Yes.
and for years later, I could never figure out like what happened to Robin. And it was none of the Robins that actually died.
Right.
Because in that comic, he didn't actually die. I found out later. I was in Comics Channel and Discord with a guru, a comics guru, and we're diving into it. And I couldn't find this comic for the life of me because mine got stolen too. So, so I go find this thing, trying to figure it out. Like solve a childhood mystery. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like what happened to Robin? Like
Right.
because I started talking to this guy, this
That's
comic
crazy.
guru. He's into Batman. That's Batman's his favorite. So when I said that to him, he started naming all the Robins. Was it this one? Was it that one? I'm like, oh, no. I was like, no, it was like this other one. And he's just like, well, that doesn't even exist. And I'm just like,
wow. You're like, I know I saw it.
But no, yeah, because I was like, well, this Robin got killed by some ninja assassins, and he's like, well, none of the Robins got killed by a ninja assassin.
Wow.
And I'm like, well, then he didn't die. And he's like, well, so I was like, I gotta find out. So I find out, I find the pages, I find the book. Actually, someone in Discord ended up buying it.
Wow.
Around that time too. It was so crazy. But at the very end, I had to look up the book after that. And the book after that was like, it was somebody that they dressed up to look like Robin.
Wow.
It was somebody that somebody killed.
Damn,
dress up
that's
look,
sick.
so it wasn't even Robin, but the way they detailed it in the end is as if he was dead.
Right.
And Bruce was
See,
like,
but
"Oh no,"
that makes total sense because it's DC, right? What does that stand for? Detective Comics.
Yep.
Right. So
You
that's
gotta
why
be
they
sharp.
always, yeah,
Gotta
they
be
had
sharp.
those crazy storylines and
Yeah, man. Yeah.
yep. But just like they say, man, even in the movies, especially these Marvel movies, unless you see them put the person in the ground in the casket, they are not dead. It's getting
I
to
mean,
the point where,
even then,
right?
though.
I was about to say it's getting to the point where you got to put a GoPro in the casket when they putting
Well,
the
even
body
then,
in.
though,
Right,
even
it
then,
could be a fake body.
you got interdimensional though too. Like,
Oh
you only killed
man.
one Wolverine. That's there's
Oh,
then you got the time travel, right? Like, it's kind of like when you watch a whole movie and then the movie ends like it was all a dream and it never even happened.
exactly.
And you're like, why did I even watch it then? You know what I mean? It's like
Exactly.
it's like you watch like Iron Man die, and then
Right.
like somebody goes back in time and stops it from happening, and he never died, but he did in episode 93 or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know,
Right.
there's always a way out, man. There's always a way.
Yeah, it's sick, man. It just keeps us sucked in, keeps us on the hamster wheel, you know. And
But again, so thank you. I do want to say thank you again, though, for real, coming in. Seeing what we're doing. Giving us some time, giving it a shot. Coming on here to share really what you're experiencing that I think that maybe not everybody is seeing that right now and may have had a different experience in the past in Discord, and now you can expect a new one and a better one and one that only gets better. So anyway, I really appreciate your content, pushing it out, keep pushing it out, you know, and thanks to everybody too that showed up to Doctor Strange's uh, live stream here. We really appreciate all of you. You know what I mean? All of you, VeVe fam out there supporting us, and we're just gonna keep doing our best to support you. So it's just it's a give and take love relationship where we're just giving each other. There's no take really.
exactly. I mean, like I said, I was gonna do this stream even last night. Like I was telling you guys, I was like, man, it was like someone put me on to like a new restaurant with like all of this food I love, and I'm just happen to be a content creator. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, I gotta make content. I gotta put people on to this restaurant. They gotta come, eat this food. And so, like I said, I did not. It's just like when you're juggling so many different things. You got NFL today. Like I told you yesterday, I was going to be wrapped up in NFL. I'm a DFS player. I'm working on lineups. I'm working on prize picks, prop bets, and I'm all over the place. While I'm doing that, I'm thinking of content, thumbnails, graphics, music, thinking of all types of stuff. So it's like Eagle asked me those questions that you guys see on the thumbnail or in the tweet and everything, and I literally did not put two and two together at all. It was kind of like your mom asking you what you wanted for Christmas without asking you what you wanted for Christmas.
Right.
Like she's asking you in September, like if it was Christmas, what would you, that's how it felt. Like I didn't even put two and two together, especially like I said, I did get a little bit of an inkling in the very beginning. I was like, seems a little familiar. But the first thing I did was I went to the, community spotlight Twitter ones, and it was like just different. He only asked me like 3 questions, and those I could tell they must have asked somebody like 5 to 7 questions. So I was like, nah, it's not the same thing. They're not putting me in that thing. You know what I'm saying? And then what was I wrong? But right. But it was like, the same thing but different. But man, it's definitely humbling, and I'm looking forward to other people being recognized. I think it's dope that I'm the first. And that just motivates me more to just be the catalyst to being a strong bridge that everybody could corral over, and then like you're another bridge. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you got two separate pieces of land, and they're too far apart for one bridge to get it done. It takes these bridges, you know what I'm saying, that work together, and that's how I
Right.
looked at it. So I can't thank you guys enough, and you in particular for coming through. And Eagle in the chat as well. Mario, I met earlier tonight, man. There's a lot of people out there that's doing a lot of things, and you just don't know. You don't know till you know.
That's right.
So
Just like VR, man. You don't know what VR is like till you put it on your head.
that's what we were talking about the other day too, man. The ARV,
Yep.
like you really opened my brain up to that whole thing. I'm like, man, I can't sleep on this stuff, man. I can't sleep. You know,
Yeah.
I'm ready for AR, but you definitely made me consider things going on in VR as
Hey,
well.
well, maybe that's another video. Maybe I can come back out for that one because I'm down for some VR conversations. We can always do, can always talk
That'd be
about that
sick.
some other time. It's all good.
All right, bet, man. So there we go. Now we got an excuse to talk again. So all I need
Right.
is an excuse to come on and talk. That's it. Just give me a reason. It's like
Shoot.
Miami, you know what I'm saying? Just give me
Right.
a reason and I'm there, man. But all right, man, let's wrap it up. I had no idea we'd be on here for 3 hours. I don't think
Me
you did
neither. That's all
either.
right, though.
I would have packed a lunch with drinks and all types of stuff. So
Right.
yo, man, thank you again, man. I'll see you in the Discord very soon. Or you guys go back, check out my previous video, Avengers #1. I think it was 4.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just like the video, leave a comment, positive one, of course,
With your
constructive,
username,
and then put your
Discord username.
Discord username in there, man, and you will be entered to qualify. This, and I believe we're gonna have 3 winners, right? So it's like a pool of 2,000 coins, and it's gonna be 3 winners. I think it said.
Let
I
me
want to make sure I'm right, though.
Yeah, let me check here. Yes, 3 winners for the 2,000 VV arcade coins. And then of course the 1,000 VXP just for doing it. That helps you level up, get you more access to more channels,
Right,
and the more channels you get gives you more access to more ways to level up,
right.
and more chances for prizes and so on and so forth. So it's kind of like a game and kind of like a journey. You get in there, it's like a journey. It's just kind of making it through, and yeah.
I mean, 1,000 points is a lot. You know, I know it's hard for someone to quantify when it's not leaned up against something and said, okay, this is worth 25 of those thousands. So that puts it in perspective. But for me being on the app, last couple days, yeah, and it's not hard to level up, guys. I thought it was like I've been in just stuck in a general chat, but the problem for me in the past was, and maybe some of you guys are going through this, was like when I went in there, the times that I happened to pop in, there was nobody in there that I knew, so it was kind of like I don't even know if people that I know are in here because I didn't even know how to use Discord. I didn't know I could swipe to the left, see who's in there, all that type of stuff. So I'm just in there and I might be like, what's up, y'all? I don't even know what to say. You know what I'm saying? And nobody says anything back. I'll check it 4 hours later. And there was some whole other conversation going on that really I just popped into and said, what's up? Random. Didn't even know. So it's like you got to kind of, feel it out, find your ways
Yeah.
to talk some crap. But I'll tell you one thing, one easy way to get yourself some points, hop up in the voice chats, man. You'll see
That's right.
Swampy, you'll see somebody, a mod or somebody in there. And every time I've gone in there and said anything, next thing I know, I got my favorite villain of all time, Galactus, telling me I got some more XP, man. So I've
That's
been
right.
leveling up crazy the last couple of days. I'm trying to make it to tier 3, just so you guys know there is no favoritism. There are all rooms your boy is trying to get into, and I can't right now because I'm not there yet. But
That's right.
it's a game. It's becoming a game to me now. And now it's like, don't challenge me because now you're going to make me have to, engage. So
Right.
it works out for us all, man. The more you guys interact with what's going on, we all get rewarded at the end of the day. And it's like you said, it's community pushing community, man. That's the main thing for now. And then, if VeVe can help push us, they will too.
That's right. That's right.
We'll get there.
We're just giving them we're just helping, provide that place in these groups and you guys a spot to do that. You know what I mean? And they clearly took up on that. with the weekly sweepstakes.
Yep.
So who knows? Who knows what's coming more into the future. I could tell you I do know of some things that are coming, but like I said, I can't say anything.
Right.
But I really hope that you'll come. I hope you'll be there. Just to kind of go into like VXP. I know earlier somebody asked, how do you use your coins? There is an exchange screen where you would exchange for your experience for coins, and then coins for physical shops. Pretty easy. And the VXP really is just every time you type, each minute that you type or something, you'll get a random 15 to maybe 25 VXP for that. And then there's games throughout all the show for all channels: Disney games, silhouette games, comic games, poker, chess, all kinds of stuff. There's so many ways to win. It's crazy.
Right.
You get more as you go. Even posting pictures in
Oh,
real life.
yeah.
You want to share your in real life collectibles? There's a channel for that. You can get XP for
Yep.
showing people that. You can
The
post
AR.
AR, your
Man.
vault, your YouTube.
Yeah, I got some nice points tonight. I didn't even realize that was there. Like I said, man, I got the ultimate swampy tour tonight. You know what I'm saying? It was a little late the other night, so we didn't get every. I mean, we covered a lot in 5 hours.
A lot.
And the thing, I still popped in there tonight, and then he's like, "Oh, by the way, just you might want to throw some R2 related pictures, some AR stuff." I'm like, "Oh, don't give me an excuse to go into my camera roll, buddy." You know what I'm saying? So I
Right.
got some pictures posted in there real quick, real easy, and got some XP. Like,
That's right.
I don't know, man. When I get off, I'm about to go in there and see what's available to get for these points, man.
Cash in some more.
Yeah, I gotta let people know what's in there that's been donated by the community and you guys, man. Because
let me see,
man. And like I said, I don't think this stuff is gonna last forever because it is an expense to ship these items. And just my little reading prediction, I have a feeling that for some reason, by the time all these items are gone, we'll have transfers back just in time. And then who knows what? I know you can't say nothing. I know this is all me and just my premonition of what I feel in the air.
So right now I'm seeing a in real life comic slab 9.0. It looks like it's a Magic the Gathering comic book. I'm seeing a Charles Barkley. Looks like a Fleer Star team card. Looks like there's a graded slab of Tyler Harrow. That's a grade 9. There's quite a bit of sports ones this time around. This one, I can't really make out the name, but it's the Sixers, number 3. If anybody knows, number 3 for Sixers.
Might be Allen Iverson.
That's what it is, actually. That's who it is. Thank you.
Wow.
So yeah, but there's been some pretty big things on there for the community. Frank Kozik collectible that Frank Kozik gave to Eagle. He gave that out.
Wow.
There's been a lot of donations since I've been here. Everybody wants to give back, provide some fun, and hopefully we can see more stuff. I mean, it's up to VeVe really. I mean, but hopefully we will see more. We're just trying to create that atmosphere for it, and like I said, so definitely come out. Jump into a voice channel, and like I said, you're getting 1,000 XP right now for commenting on the video we posted in there, which was on that comic book. But voice channels, you come in, say hi one time, you get 500 XP daily. All you gotta do is say, "Hey Swamp," or "Hey Doctor," and then boom, you get the XP, and you don't even have to hang out. Most people though, they actually come out to listen to us like a podcast. I listen while I'm at work. I'll be listening to the community all day. They're looking at the articles, they're reading the tweets. They're telling me. I don't even have to read them. But anyway.
Wow. Yeah.
I feel
I've
like
been
I just
having
keep
fun.
rambling.
Nah,
Sorry.
it's all good, man. I've been
All right.
having fun, and I'm just looking forward to having this new platform to add onto my place of, onto my list of places I need to at least check in on like twice a day. You know what I mean? Because information moves at the speed of light nowadays, and
Yeah.
sometimes you can't afford to even be 10 minutes late on some information. You know what I'm saying? Items are gone that fast or whatever it is. So I always just try to stay connected as best I can. And I think that this would just be another platform that will help with that. And I feel like this could be it does feel like more of a hub where a lot of us even have the opportunity to meet each other a little bit more, because Twitter Spaces again is like we could all be in the spaces together, but there's only one host, there's only one co-host, there's only 3 people that they chose to be speakers, and all of us are just subjected to listening at that point. Whereas, in voice channels, even the regular channels where you can type stuff, it's like you can inject yourself in the conversation a lot easier. So yeah, man, I think it's gonna keep growing and growing. I don't know if your mic got muted again. There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah. I
Okay,
was just trying to make sure,
okay,
leave the floor
got
to
you,
you.
got
But I will say too, one more thing we
you.
mentioned is
Yeah,
that, Discord's open all the time.
yeah,
It's a utility. Use it as such. Like if you
yeah.
meet somebody in real life, they're a complete stranger. Uh, you don't have time to tell them and give them the whole tour. You send them our way. We'll capture them. We'll help them out, and they'll be in good hands. You don't have to. Yeah. I mean, we're here. We're here to capture, help people out.
Yep.
So
Yep, definitely helped me out. So I'm the most newbiest person that I know on Discord. So if they've helped me
we were all
figure it
there.
out in like 2 days,
Yeah.
anything is possible, man. So let's get out of here, man. It's been 3 hours. Gotta thank you again, man. And yeah, man. I'll see you in Discord, and I'll see you guys on the next stream. All things strange. Your man Swampy, number 5, Dr. Strange. We are out of here.
See you.
Any last words, Swampy, just before I close out? Any last
No,
words?
just thanks. No, stop.
Because
You're gonna
you know
keep
what I'm
bringing
saying?
it
I'll let
back.
you
We're
get,
never gonna
yeah,
end the
you
show.
get
We're just
another
gonna.
5 minutes out of Swampy now. This is number 5.
Oh no! If you got
Number
a
5.
question, you got a question. Just bring me back. Just bring. We'll do it again. Just
All
bring me
right,
back.
all right, all right, all
It's
right.
been
So
three
that's
hours.
it.
All
Yeah. All right, man.
right,
Yo,
man.
I
Take care,
appreciate all
y'all.
you guys in the chat, man, for sticking around with your boys. And we'll see you guys in the next one, man. Y'all be good.
See y'all. Thanks, everybody.
Peace.